Well, hey everyone. Welcome to Dragon Heist. Now you're hearing the echo. Let me see. Output source. It doesn't let me not do output source. So just basically input source, broadcast nothing, receive nothing is the best way to do it.
All right, well, I'm not, then it's not me. Somebody else is messed up.
All right. Oh yeah, I can hear that too.
Kristi.
It's me?
No,
Yeah.
I hear the echo.
Now you hear the echo? All right, so when I don't know how I'm echoing though. Let me just quickly, sorry everyone, we should have tested this before we went live. Let me check my settings for my audio on the Hangout. Settings. No, that should be the right one. Coax external, smart, yep. It's the same setup as every week.
Does your camera have a built-in
Oh,
microphone?
let me unplug it. Let's see. Does that fix it? Did that fix it?
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, you think so?
Seriously.
Yeah, I think that might have fixed it. So I think we're good because I don't hear it anymore either. So I think this is a good situation we're in. Although, actually, it might be more difficult than that. Anyway, hey, why don't someone do the wrap-up while I sort this out?
Yeah, so okay, last time what happened was a bunch of Xanatar Tarks came into the bar looking for our dear old friend Jolly, and we kicked her ass. That's
Yeah, that is a true statement.
Jolly ripped the guy in half, don't worry, he's fine. So yeah, we didn't kill all of them. Actually, we officially killed none of them, because 3 of them we sent to the cops and the rest ran away. So some people out there who probably want us dead now, which, to be honest, is not new.
Yeah.
Nothing to do about that.
No, nothing at all. Yeah, and so I think we'd left you guys had a pretty eventful day. And by the way, you'll know, Jarvis will have told you that the Brightswords celebrations, they start setting up much earlier, but the official opening and kickoff is 10 o'clock in the morning. So there will be a little time, if you want to get up and have a discussion about marketing or whatever you guys might want to do during the day. And then also there's the whole festival. So right now, the way that Madame Cookery and Jarvis, in your absence, decided to organize the grand opening was they're going to really open the doors, because it's a tavern, after the big celebration, which is when the horses are cleared from the Field of Triumph and the surrounding streets, so the Griffin Cavalry can perform aerial displays over the crowd in the stadium, and members of the Watchful Order present the cavalry with illusory foes to fight, allowing the Griffin riders to engage in thrilling battles as the people watch. Once that's done, all the crowds kind of filter back to their own areas, and that's kind of when the doors will open. And they've organized a menu of hors d'oeuvres, not sit-down meals, because they don't want people to stick around. They want people to kind of come in, buy some stuff, and then move on their way, not sit at the tables all night so only 20 people get served. Yes, and the new staff are going to be arriving over the course of the day, but really, you guys have the whole day, if you wanted to explore the festival, and there are games and rides, and you can also do some mock battles for the Pride of the North Ward if you want with wooden weapons. So yes, did you want to do anything the night before Brightswords? Anyone?
Well, I mean, the bar has been out.
Yes, that's right. You've been out. Right. So did you mention where Hibara is in your recap?
Oh no. Actually forgot that at the end, Hibara just fucked off and went back to the place she burned down. So that was my move. And Clue, Jolly, and Talvar went drinking into Yawning Portal, another quick meet-up with Davil, and Mara just hung out in the bar, talked to Jarvis, boring stuff.
Oi!
I mean, you could have come out fighting, but no.
Yeah, because the last time I went to the Yawning Portal, I nearly died. Well, no, I didn't nearly die. I killed the troll, but no.
Right. Okay, so yeah, that was the evening. Hibara is in the basement of a burned out former wig shop, waiting on information or stuff. Oh, you didn't tell the whole thing that was the most bizarre thing that happened the last session with Hibara.
Oh, the fact that she turned into a dinosaur?
Yes.
Jumped out, confronted the guard as the dinosaur.
Yes, and then as the dinosaur told it to shush by putting her little T-Rex hands close to her T-Rex mouth or whatever she was.
Hey, it's Deinonychus.
Yeah,
They
whatever.
all
Yeah, y'all
We
look
all
alike.
Covered in feather.
That's
I'm trying to
so
remember
bad.
if we have evidence for
So bad.
Deinonychus
How
or
dare
not.
you say that all dinosaurs look alike?
Yeah, they have 4 legs and scary teeth. I run.
Except T-Rexes don't have 4 legs; they only have 2 and 2 arms.
All right.
I mean,
Well,
so they're Deinonychus, so
Yeah. Most
Okay.
dinosaurs only have 2 legs, actually.
well, there you go. See this? I know nothing about dinosaurs, which is why they all look alike to me.
Well, I mean, Kristi, they live outside your house.
What?
Very rude.
They what? They live in my house?
Outside your house. Outside your house.
What? Now I'm really confused. What the hell's happening now?
I don't know. Someone's taking
Dinosaurs
drugs
are
and they're
alive.
not sharing it. Is all I know.
we have to modern, living dinosaurs. Yeah, those all have 2 legs, of course.
Birds are dinosaurs.
Oh, well, the
Okay.
ancestor. Yes, the progeny.
Last living lineage.
They're just not even ancestry. It's just they're straight up dinosaurs.
Yeah.
All
That'd be
right.
how-
The chicken? You mean chickens?
Yeah, we're gonna get
Chicken,
into
All birds are
phylogeny.
avian dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
That's what bird means.
Raptor even means bird of prey.
Yes,
Thank
thank you.
Alan Grant. Most worthless piece of.
Yeah, the first one was the best, but anyway, right. So, yeah, Sabara is, done. Nope, it wasn't me. I'm still hearing the echo, and I definitely took my camera
Someone's got their
out.
speakers on.
You're the only one hearing the echo now.
No, I heard it too that time.
Yeah, I heard it too, but I was muted.
Well, anyway, we'll continue on. I don't know where the sound is coming from. Not from my external camera.
We're all losing our brain.
Yes. All right. Anyway, the next morning, Habara, how long do you stay there before you decide to head back to Troll Skull Alley, or what is she gonna do? And when the
until
dawn
daybreak.
breaks. Mm-hmm. So
She is lying hidden in wait until daybreak.
okay. Daybreak comes. Other than the cop, the watch you scared the crap out of. Nobody's there. Nobody stopped by.
Then, so now that it's daybreak, she's going to leave. Going to leave, but well, first she's gonna cast Pass Without Trace again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the real important part.
All right.
So-
I don't know why she keeps passing without a trace after confronting a guard.
It's a dinosaur.
Kind of already aware that she's there.
Well, no, she's just passing without a trace to leave the building.
Yes, I mean she stormed out as a dinosaur. Feel like that
dinosaur right
was
now. That was hours ago.
Previously, she dashed outside of the building as a dinosaur, then turned back into her, well, I guess elf form. But like she was outside of the building very noticeably.
Yeah, but that was the middle of the night.
Making-
It's fine.
Very mad. It's very funny.
Anyway, she leaves there and she is going to try and find. I assume the guards have like stations, little guard houses.
Along the way.
Sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. There are the watches sprinkled throughout the various wards along the city. Yeah, there are like mini offices and then the main office, you know. But yeah.
She's going to go to the nearest one.
All
Who's
right.
there? Is it just random guard or is it
Right
lady
now,
from
well,
last-
because it's just the break of dawn, so it's quite quiet. You can see if she kind of looks like as people open and shut the door, there's like one guard who she can see behind a desk, sort of an information or reception area. But it's pretty quiet still at this point in the morning. Although yeah, you can kind of hear bustling around, but it sounds like people are more getting ready than being out in the streets. So a lot of people are starting to pack their carts to put up their wares and their stalls and stuff, but not a lot of people at this local outpost for the watch yet.
Is the guard inside the same guard lady from last night?
No, completely
Okay.
different guard.
She's gonna go in there. Say, I need to talk to whoever was on watch duty last night, or I guess their supervisor.
Alright, so it's
I don't know how.
a half elf, and he kind of looks at you and he says, "Yeah, we have several dozens of officers, or watch out on the streets at night. You're
Who
gonna
was
have to
patrolling that street? And she points to the street she just came from.
the main street here. I can look
Yes.
it up in the logs. You need to see a supervisor for what exactly?
Well, I mean, I don't need to speak to her supervisor, probably. I could just speak to her, but it'd probably be better to talk to them because they're doing it wrong.
Okay. So you want to file a complaint?
They're doing it wrong.
I mean, if you have a complaint, you have to
Um,
file a complaint in order to have it reviewed, because if you just talk to a member of the watch directly, we have no record of that. So I've got a form here in triplicate that you can fill out if you want to file, or we have citizens comment cards where you can make ideas, and he points at a little wooden box that has dust
Yeah,
on
but-
it in the corner.
Well, it's more of a correction than a complaint,
Okay.
but
So you want a comment card then?
yeah.
All right, so he like kind of fumbles around, and you see him kind of drop down behind the desk. You can hear drawers opening and stuff. And he pulls out a little sheet of paper, and it has the seal of the city of Waterdeep on it, and it says, "Your opinions are important to us." And there's a section there where it said, how did you find your experience with the Waterdeep City Watch? And then there are it says a really big smiley face and a medium smiley face and a neutral face all the way down to ground face. And then there's a section on how could we have improved your experience, with a whole bunch of lines. And he
Oh my
passes you
God.
that.
She's gonna. I assume he also hands her up.
Yeah, it's a quill and an ink, well and stuff.
So she's gonna rate the guard experience, not the most sad/angry face, but like the one right next to
Okay,
it.
okay. Right. The one that's sort of ticked off but not really crying.
Yeah,
Okay.
the next to worst option.
Okay, yeah. The
Then
grumpy
she's gonna-
face, the grumpy face.
Yes. Then she's gonna write, patrolling around where you're trying to capture a secret organization is a terrible way to hunt your prey. What you want to do is you need to set a trap and lie in wait for them. And she just goes on to explain how to actually hunt something.
Okay.
Oh god.
The irony of Hibara doing a HR complaint.
Yeah, level 5 for Barrow multi-classed into Karen.
What happens?
See, the sad thing is I could see Hibara doing this, but at the same time, if you were to give me this, I would have set it on fire.
Well, she can't.
Well, she can.
Well, she can, but that's why I find it ironic that Hibara is actually filling it out while real life Kelsey over here is like, I would have set this stupid thing on fire. I would have just been like, nope, not doing it. You can't make me.
She also denotes that the guard should either get a wand or a spell fragment or some means of or just find someone who can cast it themselves of cast Pass Without a Trace to enter and leave the basement of the building because it doesn't leave any footprints.
Okay.
So
Fill out the form.
Yep.
The guy behind the desk, half elf, points out like, oh, you want to put your name and address in there because like once a month we put them all together for a raffle and you get like, I don't know, a free fruit basket or something.
Free fruit.
I don't care about that.
Oh
Okay.
my god. Fucking free fruit. Kill me now, please.
So yeah,
God.
he points
But she
over.
does put her name.
Okay. He points it over to the comment card box over where you can slide it in where they're collecting them.
Okay.
I hate this so much.
She does.
Okay. All right, yes, and then she makes her way back to Troll Skull Alley or any other detours along the way.
Nope. I
Okay.
don't think she wanted to do anything else.
So
for now.
now that maybe it's me when I get too close to my mic. I don't know. I could hear it again. Doesn't matter. I'll ignore it. The sun is definitely starting to come out a bit more, and the streets now are filling up. You're seeing not just sort of people walking around, but a lot of carts and horses. There are people starting to set up what look like stalls and market kind of fronts in all of the streets. It just seems like a lot of people are pouring into the streets, and they're still at the frame and putting up the banner and the roofs and the stuff. They're still hanging their wares out, but as you walk back, there is quite a lot of bustling and going on in the street, and even in Troll Skull Alley, things are getting kind of busy, chatter and stuff, and you can smell coffee in the cold autumn air as you approach Troll Skull Manor. Did you want to go in, or?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no. With Hibara, you never know. Like she's like, I'm gonna climb up the grating to the second level to get into my room. Yeah. So the door is open when you push on it, and when you walk in, you can smell pastries and coffee. Oops, that went off earlier than I meant. Okay, you can hear smell coffee and pastries. You can hear the bobs and clattering in the kitchen, and Madame Cookery is saying things with a French accent but it's muffled through the walls, so you can't hear all of it. Liff is floating around and waves hi to you, and Jarvis is behind the bar looking at paperwork.
What was the thing that was broken?
Oh, the back door was broken, which they kicked in last when they invaded your tavern last night.
And there's some light charring around it.
Yeah,
She
so
waves to Liv and then proceeds to go upstairs, but first fixes the door and stuff.
all right, you have one fixed door, one repaired door. Hibara goes into her room. How late do people want to sleep? How late?
Well, Thalvar's going to be up nice and early and raring to go.
All right, yes. So as you come down again, you're also greeted by the wafting smell of butter in the oven and pastries as well as coffee and tea being brewed in the kitchen. And you're hearing more noise than is usual outside of Trollskull Manor for, a day. But you also know that it's festival day, so it's going to be very busy. Also, as a native Waterdeevian, you know that there's a parade. Probably it's the same massive parade in which the Sea Maidens Fair that Zord has come here to work, basically, will be starting. And I can just give you a little bit. I'll give it for everybody. Move you over to the map. And if you can kind of minimize it down and go straight down, very southern part to the southern ward. It starts at the Weymouth. They kind of line up along the Valley of the Dragon and up in sort of that direction, but the starting part is the Weymouth area, and then they come up the high road throughout the southern ward, and then it's an all-day parade. Every single ward kind of gets a little bit of a visit for this. And they go all the way up the high road through the trades ward, follow the high road around under the City of the Dead between the Castle Ward and the City of the Dead area. And then it continues straight up through the North Ward and continues over until it gets to Delzorin Street. So basically, right behind, it's going to make a turn on the corner of the high road and the street that's very close to where you guys are. And then it goes through the Sea Ward on Delzorin Street until it gets over to, the Street of the Singing Dolphin, which it takes down over to, Dobbs Loss, and then to the Field of Triumph is here in the Seaward District, and that's where the big end of the day thing happens around between 4 and 5. So you know that probably around 3 o'clock the traffic around Trollskull Alley especially will be busy, but that's kind of the parade route if you wanted to go check out any of the floats or the acts or anything happening in the parade. And also Thelvar and Clue will both know that Brightswords Day is a celebration of the military in Waterdeep and arms and weapons and all that kind of stuff. It's the one day in a year where you can take your various weapons outside and sell them in the open air, and everything but everyone brings everything out for sale. So if you wanted to invest in some magical weapons, you could go shopping. If you needed potions or ingredients, they'll be on sale. You can buy armor or shields, arrows, whatever you want. But then it's also a day for the kiddies. And so each of the wards puts on a bit of a local festival. The North Ward, so relative to Trollskull Alley, where you guys are in the North Ward, if you go straight down to that area of Sucknor Street and Hassinter or something Street, there's some green patches there with trees and parks. Exactly, this area here. And this is pretty much where the North Ward party takes place because it's got the most space to set up. And you can buy gifts and trinkets, you can buy jewelry, you can buy clothing, you can buy foodstuffs, you can get lunch there. They've got mulled wine, they've got beer, they've got apple cider with or without booze, coffee with or without booze, and then they have games that you can play as well. Being at the fair. So Brightswords Day is a fun day to just do shopping or have fun. There's also some rides, mostly for kids, but at least one for the grown-ups too. So it's a very exciting day if you guys this would be the first time for Hibara and Mara and Perry being in Waterdeep for Brightswords. So if you guys wanted to kind of take them around, you and Clue know it a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when you get downstairs, you can kind of poke your nose into the kitchen and the Bob's Wave, and they kind of point to a fresh pot of coffee. They're both in the middle of doing pastry things for the guests and stuff, but you can help yourself to a heaping, steaming cup of coffee or tea if you want, because now it's Brightswords Day. You guys are officially a tavern, so you can also sell food and drink and the guild won't complain, or you won't get in trouble. But yes, you have your delicious coffee, and you can even take some of the fresh pastries that are already ready and go back out into the bar and sit there if you want to have your breakfast.
Uh-huh. Yeah, basically Thalvar comes down through the mended back door. Thank you, Habara. It's like, oh, morning, Bob. Morning, Bob. Morning, Liv. Morning, Jarvis. Fine morning we're having. Saunters over to the kitchen. Morning, Madam Kukri. Oh, makes his coffee and grabs some pastries. Oh, it's going to be a very busy day today. I think I might take a few of your pastries out with me when I go handing out flyers for the tavern's ground opening, if that's okay.
Oh, of course, pastries are to be eaten. They bring joy. Take as many as you want. They are here for you.
Jolly good, jolly good. I will go eat my breakfast now while I wait for the others. Good to see you.
Yes, bon appetit.
Heads out, plunks himself down at a table and starts eating and drinking and, yeah, organizing his flyers and business cards, etc. ready.
Yes, and the coffee is, very rich and strong, but not too bitter. And the pastries, as always, are light and crispy, and probably more butter than you should be eating, but it tastes so good.
Yeah.
Mara's gliding downstairs, and I shouldn't say Mara, War
Okay.
gliding downstairs, and she's just like, I'm too hot, hot damn. Call police and the fireman, I'm too hot damn. Make a dragon won't retire, man, I'm too hot damn. And she's just doing it like Bruno Mars in that stupid music video with this hand. And she's just gliding down and just kind of doing a 2-bit shuffle.
Nice.
How she not fallen down the stairs, I don't know, because if I did it, I would face plant. But she's just hot damn. Man, do hot damn.
Hot damn. And Gorko's behind her doing the hot damn, just in the pauses, because he's trying to copy you, but he doesn't know the words.
As you come through the door, Thalvar looks up from what he's doing, monocle dangling from his eye. Oh, morning, Mara and Goku. I see you're both in high spirits this morning.
Oh, I feel the power.
Jolly good, jolly good.
And it's Hercules, not Hercules. Sorry, wrong freaking. Well, same genre. Whatever. He-Man and the power of Grayskull. I am the power. That extra boost, and she's just I am officially in charge of this fracking body. Anyway.
What is she gonna have for breakfast?
Coffee.
Just coffee? Okay. Yeah, well, there is coffee ready. Again, the Bobs are busy, but not Silent Bob. Says good morning, and also to Thalvar said good morning, and Silent Bob just nods and smiles.
Seeing Mara heading towards the kitchen, he looks over I can definitely recommend the pastries. They're very good this morning.
Too much butter.
Never.
Clog your arteries, make you die early.
Oh no.
Your heart go boom, 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 boom.
Just the right amount of butter. Oh, yes.
You say that now until your bad cholesterol goes through the roof.
Gorko leans
through the floor.
And then Gorko leans forward and goes, hot damn.
No one lives forever.
God. I've created a monster because nobody wants to see Gorko no more. He's on shitty. We're on top liver.
All right, so that's more this morning. Doesn't need coffee, if I'm honest.
No.
How about what's Perry doing for the morning? His morning routine. Their morning routine.
Harry's probably slept in bed for the first time in ages. So
Yeah.
he's going to lie in for a long time before coming down to get a cup of tea.
Okay. Yeah, and again, you are also hit with the smell of really gorgeous pastries and breads, and sort of like maybe even some jellies or powdered sugar, perhaps, in the air. It's magical.
He might take the couple of crusts with some butter.
Right. So the tea is do you have a choice between dark and weak and dark and strong? That's basically it's like Earl Grey or Assam. What do you want for tea?
Gotta be strong.
All right, go for the strong dark tea. Strong and milky like a baby takes it. Which is how
What?
So you make your tree strong, but you put a lot of milk in it. Like that was
No, you don't put a lot of milk in. You put a drop of milk in it.
I like a lot of milk. I'm a heathen though. All right, yes, and it's a fine brew. It really complements the flavors of the tea. Really don't. It's not like coffee where it kind of overpowers sometimes. You know, the pastry. Like it's a really light complement to the butter and the crustiness. Wonderful. Oh yeah, you can also
That's why
crunch
you
them.
have to eat biscotti. You eat biscotti with coffee.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But granted, the way Mara drinks her coffee, you can't eat anything with it because it's black with 5 shots of espresso.
I'm beginning to think Mara's like Teal'c from Stargate.
She is.
Just
She
get the jug
literally.
and-
That is a great comparison. Mara is definitely like a combination of Teal'c and Jason Momoa's character from Stargate. Rowan. Like the two of if the two of them had a baby, that's Mara.
Clue. What's Clue doing this morning?
Well, you notice that like you hear like noise from his room like a decent bit before like he comes out, and then as he walks down loudly, and as he like throws open the door, you see that like on top of the usual layer of green, he has like burgundy and orange face paint, and just yells, "Go swordfish!"
Says what? All I heard was "Go Big Green," and I don't think that
Go
that makes
swordfish.
Go swordfish. But okay.
Love it.
So Hibara took a level in Karen, and Clue took a level in Raider Dave.
Right, so bitches. Woo!
Oh my god. So what you're telling me is, oh god.
Yeah, Jolly comes down shortly after Clue, and he's like, "Yeah, swordfish," and holds up a big, hand for you to give a high five to.
I give that man the highest 5 he's ever gotten.
Ah, cool. That's an interesting look you've chosen for this morning. Very festive.
Oh, what do you want to? You want some breakfast too, Clue?
I mean, yeah.
Coffee, tea.
Yeah, he's gonna have some coffee, scarf down some pastries.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, and again, you guys, each of you who have the special pastries that are blended with a good berry, you get like an extra little boost, and then later on, if you want to do a short rest today, I don't think you'll need it, but just as a reminder that those pastries are magical every morning. So, and Hibara's makes her little donation to the health of the group as well.
Gorko walks over and shoves a pastry into Mara's mouth.
Eat something, murder mama.
Coffee.
So Hibara, as the others are congregating in the downstairs, how long do you stay in your room after dawn before you head down?
Well, she's taking care of the plants,
Okay.
so probably not too long.
Oh, you can
Probably-
also buy plants. By the way, if you wanted to buy plants at the fair, I thought of some plants. So,
You say this like Hibara has money.
and
Um,
I'm gonna have a freaking red handprint on my forehead like Sokka by the end of this.
but
Atomic face palm!
probably be finished shortly after Clue comes down because Don't have that many plants yet.
Okay. Yes. Oh yes, and don't forget, War's got her thing of ooze. Do you want any instructions
Oh, right.
about how to feed the ooze that you collected?
Yes, we need to dig a hole and build a fence.
All right. Well, where
Why
did you
would
want it? In
dig
the
a hole?
Well, we can't put it in the basement. I thought we decided we can't put it in the basement. We have to put it in the
No, but why would you dig a hole?
So it can't get out.
No, you misunderstand. I can just make a hole. So why would you dig a hole?
Well, when I said dig a hole, that was just me
Make a
saying we need to make a hole.
Oh, well, where you want a hole? I can put one. Well, not
Just
in
pick a
here.
spot, Habara, my love, my heart. Pick a hole. Pick a spot. Pick a hole.
I just said I can't put anything in here. It's all wood floors.
Yeah, you can't put it in the basement. You got to put it in
wait,
the backyard.
why did you decide you couldn't have it in the basement?
I don't remember why we decided we couldn't have it.
Presumably because it's mostly concrete, and also there's a bunch of food down there.
Well, there's like a root cellar that has. I was kind of picturing it more like with a packed ground floor rather than pouring for concrete down there. But I guess it is on the water. But I didn't really think about. I mean, there would either be stone flagons, I think, or a hard packed like area for just cooling stuff. So if you want, I mean, I would say that there is an area like that where you have the kegs and the stuff, that's a wooden floor, but there's also like a storage area that is suitable, that just is a packed dirt kind of thing for throwing stuff down that you like, equipment or whatever that you want to keep out of the rain. So let me look again at the basement layout for you guys.
I think that was why we decided, because it might be like we might accidentally throw something down there and it end up in the stomach of the beast.
Well, okay, so what I would, if you can, I put everyone back on the renovated tavern, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kristi, I took myself off. So what I would say is, like where the stairs are. So this is your basement or your cellar, right? This area down
Wait,
here.
hold on, I can't see crap. Well, there we go.
Yeah,
wait,
it's at
no,
the-
wait.
I think this crappy bit here is the cellar. I mean, not crappy, but like the random shaped part. And the main area down here is where I kind of think you kept like your kegs of ale and stocks of whatever. And then this back area could be like more of a cooling or like a chill. So if you wanted to put it like way back in the corner here on this square, and build something up around it so it couldn't like ooze out, I would say you guys can.
Or you could put it like
Behind the staircase?
stairs.
Yeah, although the public might get down there and try to pee there thinking it's a toilet. Wait, it's up to you. I'm just thinking about Cologne people.
I mean, that's fair, but also like they'd have to go behind the bar and then get down the stairs. That's a lot of effort.
Well,
for a drunk person.
Well, behind the bar and through a trap door that will be like kept closed.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, if they're down there, they shouldn't be down.
Yeah,
If they're down there,
there,
Yeah, if they're down there,
They
fall
they
into
deserve to get
the
eaten by
slime
the
pit
slime.
again.
Yeah. So you guys
Oh,
can
God.
you can add a
Food
slime
for the
pit.
slime.
Yes. You can add the ooze pit. If you direct Habara, and then the Bobs can also like help by whatever you want to set up to kind of like keep it. I don't know if you want to put like a cover over it, like a stew, like putting or whatever you're gonna do this, but they're around to help. So.
Well, now that we know that there's dirt
Mhm.
in the basement, now the only question is like, how far? How far you want, Mara?
Let's put it as close to the like. Yeah, see, I also have a feeling that Mara's gonna end up getting eaten by her own slime at this point, because no one Mara's luck.
How far down you want to go?
Oh, how far down? Let's do 4 feet. That way it has time to grow up and down.
That's all?
What? How far do you think?
I was thinking like 15 or 20.
Well, I don't know. Let's go with your idea. I like your idea better.
Okay.
And just
Good.
thinking, putting it here also allows for a quick disposal hole to be put here, because that's where it lines up. So you just put it through and it drops down into the slime thing. Don't even have to go down there unless you want to.
Awesome. Way to go, Thelvar.
And next time the bad guys come, we just throw down that hole.
Yeah. If you did open up the trap door and like have the that could have happened. That could be a thing. Absolutely. If you ever get
You just
invaded
have to
again.
remind Mara not to push any coppers down there.
No po-po.
No pigs.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah, all right.
go 20 feet down.
Sounds like a
No,
good
not
plan.
20 feet. We'll go 15 feet down. That'll take about, let's see, 3 castings. So let's just round up and say 30 seconds.
Yeah, you've got a deep hole now for your ooze.
Let's hope.
We also have a whole bunch of dirt.
And yes, okay, dirt that you've
Like
shifted as well.
15 cubed feet of dirt. Just.
Are we
in
not
the
playing
basement.
Minecraft?
Pretty much. That's how this works. That is basically how this spell works.
So like everybody's just kind of watching, and Mara's like fiddling with her hair, and then all of a sudden her hair deflates, and she has the jar with the slime in it, and the slime just looks deflated and sad because it's been up there for what, like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, yep.
It
It's
hasn't
probably
eaten.
hungry. No.
It's very hungry, so it's gonna eat that dirt.
Well, I
Does it
think
eat
it's
dirt?
organic material. So
Oh,
like
it can't eat inorganic. Well, I mean, dirt technically is organic material.
well, I was thinking there's a lot
I
of
don't think
coffee
that's right.
grounds that they've got coffee grounds upstairs and empty tea bags and
Well, right, they're gonna also eat that, but I'm
Okay.
saying, from a person who makes dirt.
well, but you
technically
don't
dirt.
but you don't make rules on oozes. So
This is true.
yeah, I think oozes they can like they the acid
I
eats
thought
away
it
at
was a slime.
it was a transparent ooze, I'm pretty sure.
No, it was a gelatinous. It was a gelatinous
Cube.
slime.
Yeah, it was
Cube.
a gelatinous
It was a
cube.
gelatinous cube.
Yes, and they
Which are
We were
transparent.
both wrong. It was a gelatinous cube. So now I have a baby gelatinous cube.
Yeah, gelatinous cubes are transparent.
yes, and yeah, it engulfs creatures, and I know that I can look in the monster manual for exactly what they eat, but I know that so metagaming, one of the ways that, as a DM you can indicate that there's a gelatinous cube in the area is to tell players that like the floor is really clean, the walls don't really have any dust on it, you don't see any garbage lying around, and it's because they come along like it all up. So anyway,
So they eat. So they eat dust. Well, dust is.
well,
human.
dust is human, skin basically. It's but the Bobs say, you talk to because the Bobs came down to oversee the work or look at it and say, you say you want to put that long-term garden on the roof. We could pack up some of this dirt and use it as base for when we want to do that project.
That works.
And we've got a whole
I'm
bunch of
gonna
new
play-
help people, and we can make them just shift dirt for their first day of work. That'll be fun, won't it, Bob? And Silent Bob just laughs silently.
Yes. It seems like a waste of people. 'Cause I can just do this.
What are you gonna do? What's Hibara gonna do?
Just moves it.
Where is she gonna move it?
Just over slightly.
Right, but you still have 15 cubic feet of dirt now just piled up in your basement, so
I mean, it'll take a bit for her to move it.
okay.
Maybe 20 minutes or so.
Where is she gonna move it? Just over out of the way?
Just. Oh, sure. I thought she was going to take it. I thought the suggestion was to take it to her room.
No. They were saying that what they could do is bag it up in like burlap bags, whatever now, and then when you're ready to put all of the dangerous plants on the roof as your warning system. because there were some discussions about that architecture,
Okay.
right? So they were part of that because they kind of like help with all the work around the house, and instead they ended up like helping with build a frame for your extra dimensional door. But they were thinking that they could just kind of use the dirt you've moved back when they have to start putting down layers of stuff for the plants on the roof. That was the idea. All right, so Mara, what are you gonna feed your slime?
Mara looks at
Or
Silent
Ward,
Bob.
sorry. Yeah,
Oh,
but Mara.
you can still refer to her as Mara.
Okay.
Mara looks at Silent Bob. Can you get me a couple things of like coffee grounds and other things for me to feed Rimuru here, so that so he doesn't look so sad? Because she looks at the jar. He's sad.
Yeah. Talkative Bob goes over to where the trap door open area is, and his Lift. And Lift sort of floats over and says, "Bring us the waste from this morning's coffee grounds." So yeah, Lift is basically gonna like float over, grab the things and float them down. So you're getting he's kind of sending you down sort of like heaps of ground coffees and wet tea bags and stuff.
So Mara looks at that, nods her head once, and then opens the jar and goes, "Here you go, Rimuru, have fun!" And then puts the jar in the hole in the dirt.
All right. Well, now you have an ooze, and it's feeding on. It's going to be really caffeinated.
Good thing it can't get out of the hole.
Yeah. So he said Bob asks, "Did you have instructions on what you want us to feed that thing? Also, what to do if it starts to climb out? Like, what do we do if you're not here and it starts to try to get out of the hole?"
Put a lid on it.
Panic.
Panic. Not helpful.
And hear Mara's voice drifting up, and Clue just shouts down through the trap hole, "Panic!"
You're not helping.
Do we need a second
Trying to
trapdoor?
Yeah. What should we cover it with? Maybe you should buy a cover today.
I'll
Or
look.
something.
See if I can find a cover.
All right.
Find a
We
cover.
make covers.
Well, all we need is a cover for the roof. Or for the hole. Cover for the hole. Hole.
All right. So yeah, I'm sorry. Go
What
ahead.
would it be made out of? Because remember, the bigger ones, they had those crowns and stuff. So how would that work?
Yeah, maybe you guys need to find a wizard or someone or the exotic pet store, and maybe you need to do like a little side mission where you do research on how to take care of you and your ooze, your gelatinous cube brochure from the local pet store.
You think that Mara gets really excited about this and goes, "Yay!" And then skips up the stairs, totally forgetting everything else that's happened, and just skips up the stairs.
Okay. Ibarra is coming up as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jarvis says, "Oh, while I have you all here, now I know you guys have had a lot on lately, and I can't remember. I don't think since I've started working here that you guys have had a day off. So I've taken care of the staff hires, but I just want you to know who's going to be here a little bit later on in the day. But if you then want to go around and enjoy the fair, the celebration, and promote the opening tonight and have a good time, I would strongly encourage you guys to do that. You could use with blowing off a bit of steam. But just so you know, right now, this is the list I have for people who are going to be working in different sections of the tavern. And if you guys want to make any staffing changes at any point, let me know. But the bar area will be run by Liff. He's the most experienced and knows this place the best. And then I will be helping him. We have a human, a Damaran, which is a kind of like area of Waterdeep human named Ray Niv, a lady bartender who's going to be working with us. Anarchist Excellent, who is a lady tiefling bartender, also security. She's pretty hardcore. For our entertainment, we have Navara Dyer Nina, and she is a human bard who will be actually arriving earlier than the rest of the staff in case you wanted to, like send them off with a tune or something to sing in the streets. Then in the kitchen, obviously, Madame Cookery is the head chef. Merrick Hilltop, our halfling sous chef, will be joining us today. And then we have, as floaters, people just kind of moving between different parts of the tavern. There's a half-elf, non-binary person who's going to be working for us called Freedom Grassblade, as well as a kitchen bar person, a kitchen and / bar person who is a dwarven woman named Vistra Fireforge. And then miscellaneously, as long as Jolly can stay on as a bouncer, maybe from time to time, he can help Anarchist Excellence with that as well. But I thought, since you gave to me the duties of finding, hiring, and assigning staff, I would give you an update on who you should expect when you walk into the tavern later today.
Yes, that sounds jolly good. Yes, I suppose we could have Jolly as the doorman while our tiefling friend provides the security inside.
Yes, well, it sounds like Jolly will be staying, so I thought that would be a natural place for him to fit. By the way, Jolly has come down too, and he's just like got coffee, and he's thrown a little bit of whiskey in there in the morning. And he said, I guess I should also come clean. Part of the reason the Xanathar wanted me was not just because I worked for them, but because they found out that I'm pretty good at card games and can kind of make a little extra money out of people because I'm really, really good at card games. So, if you wanted someone to offer a table of cards here in the back as well, not only security, but, I can offer the customers a friendly game. And I promise I won't win every hand, even though I could.
I mean, the house always wins, right?
He looks at you and points and nods and says, "This is a very good point. I've never worked for the house before."
I mean, especially when they're also paying for drinks.
And then Jarvis says, and I also got a little surprise for everybody. You know that Brightswords Day, one of the things you can do is sort of dress up in cloth versions of armor and stuff in the street, because like going around in full plate armor isn't so much allowed unless you're authorized. So what Jarvis brings out is a bag of various sized, sort of like felt almost. It looks like it's been kind of made for kids or in the spirit of kids, but it's sort of like a fitted a medieval knight's helmet thing, but here there isn't any part, like the nose and the mouth is open because you need it for food when you're eating and drinking in these parties, but it kind of has like it points up a little bit, and it has a thing over the eyes. And Jarvis said, I also thought for Jolly it might be a bit safer if you were wearing one in particular. But as you can see, and they point to the back, on the back of the masks, it says Ye Old Haunt, Troll Skull Alley. And so anyone who wants to kind of like do this, and there's also there are like almost like apron bib things that you can kind of throw over as a pretend plate armor, but mostly it's like these little masks if you want to run around wearing those, because that's kind of popular today as well.
Yes, that sounds jolly fine.
Oh, yes. Sorry, they're done in the colors of the bar. So it's like black, but then it's got white and gray and red accents on them. So.
Very good, very good.
Why am I in Germany? Mara pouts a tiny bit because she was like hoping for like something else, but then just sighs and goes, yeah.
So now at this point, like as the more people are like as the bobs are opening the doors and kind of like going in and out, you're starting to hear more of the sound of the festival happening as you go into So that one is not the one I wanted, you piece of crap. This one. Here we go. This is what it sounds like. It's gonna be really kind of like, yeah, getting on 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's a real party atmosphere with drums and people playing music and stuff. So that is the sounds that are starting to build outside Troll Skull Manor.
Mara, when she starts to hear, like, open the door, heard all the noise, closed the door, and went, no. It went back to the bar. And just was like, I'm gonna need something stronger than this.
Jolly kind of like wiggles the whiskey bottle he's got next to his coffee.
She grabs the whiskey bottle and like dumps like half of it into her coffee mug.
It's like, whoa, you like a little coffee with your whiskey there? Just a flavor, a hint of coffee.
With that nonsense, yes.
So I can also give you a little sense of kind of like what the streets are gonna look like, kind of when you get out there. So yeah, this is kind of when you peeked out, Mara. That sort of like people filling up narrow streets of like a European city is kind of what you saw in every single direction, in front of the tavern. Just a sense of all the party stuff that's happening today.
Yeah, Clue just kind of takes one of the masks, like puts it on sideways and just goes, "Come on, guys, Brightswords, let's fucking go!"
So, is it a mask or is it like a felt full helm?
It's kind of like a felt. Well, it's more like if you think about a full helm. However, they cut off. There's basically a massive square that's cut from the eyes down to the chin, so it's open because you need to get food to your mouth. So they're more like it's more like a Sorry,
So basically, like those felt Skyrim hats.
Sure.
That people got.
Yeah.
Felt salads.
Yeah. We'll say yes. I mean, in your mind, it can be whatever you want, because as long as you kind of get the feel that as you go out into the streets, lots of people. I mean, it's a little bit like a mask ball, but not really. It's more about the military stuff. But yeah, kids will be wearing those and running around with wooden swords and having play fights in the streets and practicing with their wooden shields and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, Habara takes one and slowly puts it on and then casts Mage on it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll just leave that going. Yeah. The party's really starting to pick up outside now. So who wants to? Yeah. What do you guys want to do? Brightswords is starting basically any minute now. You're gonna hear the cannons at 10 o'clock, and the city will be officially in a party mode.
Come on, guys, what do you want to do? Because we can go shopping, we can look at all the attractions, we gotta see some of the boxing matches are the best part.
I could use some
Bring me back a big
words.
sword. I'm not dealing with that nonsense. And like every single time like she hears the noise, Mara just goes,
Mara, you're not staying inside on Brightswords today, you're going whether you want it or not, and you're gonna have a good time.
no! You can't make me!
It's
Forced fun is not fun!
He's just gonna like try and grab her arm and drag her outside.
I mean, it's literally, why do I have a feeling that like, who could just pick Mara up and carry her out the door?
I mean, he has a -1 in strength, he can very much not do that.
That is sad. But no, and just so you know, you sounded like my mother there for like a hot minute. You're coming whether you like it or not. No, I don't want to do it. You can't make me. You're gonna be disowned. Fine. The number of times I've been threatened with disownment for not participating in a family event, for not cooking cookies for Christmas.
Oh, and Gorko's like, come on, Murder Mama. I think that I saw them setting up for crossbows and archery, and I'm sure I can win. I'm sure I can get the best score.
Mara just kind of looks at him, and like there's like a vein in her forehead that is just going, I have to deal with happy people.
Please, let me go practice killing things in public.
Fine.
There's plenty of shiny, happy people out there today. Come enjoy them with us.
I'm sure we can also find a book for how to care for that cube.
Right, Swords, you can find whatever you're looking for.
I can't find a lightsaber.
Can find
I
magical
still don't
weapons.
know what that is.
But you can find
Ooh, I wonder
magical
if I could-
weapons.
I wonder if I could find Mjolnir.
Is that the one from Thor Ragnarok? Like,
I mean,
Thor?
from Thor mythology.
yeah,
in general, yeah.
yeah,
That's Thor's hammer. I totally
Pretty
just
sure that also does exist in D&D.
yeah, but I don't think it's going to be on a stall in Waterdeep.
Well, I mean, yeah, no, obviously
Real
not.
genuine
But I do believe that
do
is
not
a-
question it.
In-universe reference.
yeah, it does exist here. Though someone's gamed it out. Yeah.
I'm sure we can find a replica.
There was a freaking replica of a lightsaber, but no, the DM won't let me have it.
Just get a rapier and have someone put an enchantment
Being
on
weird
it.
again, Mara. Come on.
Yeah,
just
get a-
let's get out there.
Get a rapier and cast light on it.
I can't cast. I have no magics.
Well, then you could. Oh, maybe Gorko can. Anyway, it's your game.
When you frustrate the DM to no end.
No, I just have to know the line between being a player and being a DM, so I'm trying to make sure I'm not telling you guys what to do. So try hard.
I'm pushing your button, and I'm doing it on purpose. I'm just waiting for you to do what cats do, and they're just like, stop.
Reach through and
Oh,
smack you.
Mm-hmm.
If we hit the exotic pet store first,
Book on taking care of Rimuru?
yes.
Rimuru ho! And the fact that none of you get that reference makes me really sad.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, go ahead.
outside of the game, I do get that reference, but ruined.
And, yes, I know, but I'm glad you get that reference. He's a good slime. He's a good slime. Slurp.
Yeah, and Perry doesn't know this, but Jarvis will say, "Oh, just here in the neighborhood, we've got a bookstore, we've got a private detective, we have a floral store, we have people who create weapons, and we also have a woodworker just down the road. We've got wonderful neighbors here, except for that one kind of skanky bar, a couple doors down. But other than that, they say
What do you
We're not
mean,
a-
skank?
it's kind of it caters to people who couldn't get in here."
So clue.
I don't think anyone could because of the ghost.
Mara, I'm gonna let it go because it's Brightswords. So
Don't act like it
get
ain't true.
going.
Don't act like it ain't true. Cause you know it is. Ha 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 ha. Plus, if I have to put up with all these cheerful people, I'm gonna take it out on somebody.
Right? Yep, it's getting louder out there.
Right, let's go before it really
Who's
gets
just
busy.
leaving? Like you guys are coming or what?
Bar just follows through.
And Mara is just following Hibara at this point. She's but hissing at almost every single person that is nearby, just going.
Doesn't matter. Clue is vibing.
I would come, but it appears my feet are glued to the floor. Because the player can't move their token.
Oh, well, you don't physically have to go anywhere. I don't know. This is your new token, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, let me check the settings on it. Oh, yeah. It doesn't have a name. Represents Delvar. You're right. I haven't assigned it a character sheet yet. There you are. Okay. Settings saved. There you go. No, look at him moving. Look at him moving. He's so cute. There's little movements there, little 5 feet at a time. Okay. Yeah, so you guys, this will be more theater of the mind. I did look everywhere up and down for Brightswords Day and Waterdeep, and I couldn't really find anything. But when you walk out into the street in front of Troll Skull Manor, there's people everywhere. You can see up and down the street there are stalls already set up. Some are selling, scented candles and soap. Some are selling, weapons. Some are selling like things that are made out of metal. You put a tea light in and it kind of casts shadows, and if you spin it, it looks like the shadows are moving or whatever. There are places that are selling coffee and hot apple cider and hot chocolate, as well as alcoholic versions of all those things and mulled wine already at 10 o'clock in the morning. And you can also see there's a stand that says tickets for games, 1 ticket, 1 shard. And people are kind of queued up, and they seem to be handing in money and walking away with fistful of tickets.
I mean, guess clue is queuing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it only take a couple minutes and you're up to the front. And there's a dwarven guy, looks sort of middle-aged, and says, "Wow, happy Brightswords! Go Swordfish!
Go Swordfish!
Go Swordfish!"
I hate footballers.
How many tickets can I sell would you like today? We got some really good games here. We got bobbing for apples you can do. We got pie eating contests. All kinds of tests of strength and skill for the kiddies and the grown-ups. Fun for all. You should probably get more than you think you need because you don't want to come back and queue again. How many can I get for you, my friend?
Let's do 15 to start it off.
All right, 15. Counts out 15, and you give him 15 shards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which would come out to, well, stabbing dragons.
That's basically silvers. So.
Okay.
Oh no, wait,
So
silver
that's-
coin. Yeah, 1 nib. We'll just call it. Yeah. No, is it the? Yeah. Nibs are the coppers, shards are the silvers, and we'll call dragons
So
the
that's
golds.
1.5 gold then, so...
Yep.
No, it's
No, it's
1 nib is 100 nibs are 1 dragon.
Yes. So a
So if
shard
you wanted, so it's
is 10
Yeah, a
nibs.
shard is a nib, so 1 silver, which comes out... So 15 silver is about 1.5 gold.
yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
I hate doing these maths. Like, I need a calculator. I need a converter. How many is
This is why
27
we use
nibs?
this metric.
Yeah. 27 nibs and platinums or in suns. I don't know. Yeah, so you have 15 tickets. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No.
2 silver, 1 copper. 2 silver, 7 copper. 27 nibs. 2 silver, 1 copper.
Exciting. You are a nerd. Okay. Yeah, you got 15 tickets, and you can see I'll dot it along. There are these games from living here before Clue over and over. There are several stalls. I have different this game several times. So I'll read out, like, as you're walking through and you're seeing there are again, like, now there are places that are selling crepes, and you're getting like meat on stick, and there's also as you walk past one of the stalls, they have all kinds of fish, and they're actually smoking the fish right there in front of you, and then like selling the freshly smoked fish. And you can also see that there is an area where you can bob for apples, and if attached to the apples are like little trinkets that mean prizes. So if you manage to get an apple, you get the prize. That's kind of tied to the stem on a little piece of string, like a little charm bracelet representation. There's the pieing contest that takes place at the bottom and the top of every hour. You walk through and there's like one more like a crossbow game where you have to shoot a target, and it looks like 5 or 6 people can line up at a time. And there are all kinds of prizes as well. There are wooden boats, and there are some like dollies and like dolls, and like cheap feather boas of multiple colors, and beaded necklaces, and goldfish in bowls, and all the kinds of tat that you find at a fair. And all of them have basically the same things as well. Someone's put together a stall of like bracelets that they've cast, bracelets and necklaces and things they've cast some sort of light spell on, so they look like they're neon. Yeah, so and then also a set aside in more of the park areas are archery games where you're trying to hit a bullseye, kind of like the same as a crossbow but for a longbow. There are ring toss games. As you walk through the crowds, you see kids and families playing. There are, I don't know what you call it. It's that test of strength thing. Where you hit a thing with a mallet hammer and it sends a thing up and it hits a bell and you try to see how high you can get. What do you call those? I was thinking forever and I couldn't come up with a name for those.
Strength test games.
Yeah, that's what I have. Test of strength game.
Yeah, I think they're just like strength tester.
Yeah. There are also just like a big open like rain barrels where they've got kind of like their version of pick a duck, but with little wooden ducks floating with numbers on the bottoms, and you pick a duck and see if you get a prize. And then there's Whack-a-Troll, which is a little box that a little troll pops out of different holes, and you're given like a mallet to hit them with, and you have to see how many you can hit accurately, and they pop up, so it's Whack-a-Troll. Yeah, caramel apples are for sale. There's a version of cotton candy, and people are just really starting to enjoy themselves. Kids are running around in these sort of silly felt, night hats with really kind of thin, not really heavy wooden shields, but like thin for kids, and swords and play bows and stuff, and everyone's having a good time. So, what would you guys like to do?
Right, well, Thalvar is going to be activating Eyes of the Eagle in his obviator's lens to make sure he doesn't miss anything.
Okay.
And then he's going to be just wandering around, greeting everybody, handing out brochures and flyers, and making sure to get everyone's details in their portfolio keeper.
Okay, all right. And by the way, as you guys were heading out, the bard showed up. Rene, her name was. Let me just confirm that. Make sure I got the right character because there were 10 of them. Nope, that's the bartender. Where's my bard? How? Dang it! What happened to my bard? Anyway.
How did you lose a bard?
Oh, there it is. It's Rashimi. Just like Madonna. Just one word. Rashimi. Human lady bard. Yes, and so, did you want to teach her the jingle?
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't you roll me a performance and see how you do, because you can actually just do it in the street with everyone listening.
Performance.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Not too
Yeah,
bad.
no, that's good. She's able to kind of find the chord progression in your song and develop like the chords that go behind it. And you sing it together a couple times, and yeah, she's like gets the hang of it and says, "Okay, well, should I walk behind you, or do you want me to just go off on my own? Do you want me to stand on the doorstep? What would you like?"
Yes, come with me. That way I can do the talking while you do the singing. That would be mighty good.
Yeah, cool. All right, so as you guys are kind of also wondering, the bard doesn't do it the entire time, but occasionally after like a couple minutes when the crowd changes, she'll start the tune up again and sing it out to the crowd.
I mean, that clue is going up to Garco and just going, "Hey, you wanna do some archery?"
Yes,
just like showing in the bunch of tickets he got.
Yes. Can we go now?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
He's taking Garco to the archery thing.
Yeah. All right, so you're gonna go to the crossbow ones that's a little bit more for kids, or they'll go head to the park where there's like the more grown-up archery ones?
Oh, I mean, Gorko can deal with the grown-up stuff.
All right.
He's a crack archer.
Mhm.
Doesn't need to play in the kiddie pool.
All right. Yeah.
Crack arcane archer.
Mara disgruntledly follows. She's still like being berated by all of the cheery, and every so often when someone gets too close.
Right. Yeah, as you wander over and in the park area, they've got it kind of roped off, and there's a lot of hay bales. You can see it from a distance because they don't let people just wander behind the archery area. It's kind of to the side in the park, and it's the same place where it is most years. Yeah, and there's a guy there. He's standing there, older guy. He's like, "Come and test your skill, one and all, old and young. Aim for the bullseye, win a prize. Next round coming right up. One ticket per person." Yeah, Gorko runs over and says, "Oh, I'd like to play. Clue, you want to play with me? Who else wants to play?
Yeah.
Come on. There are bows enough for everybody."
Let's go.
All right, so one ticket will get you 3 bows and the use of a longbow.
Clue does not know how to use longbows, but he'll try.
Okay, so yeah, you don't get your proficiency bonus, but you would get your dex bonus if you just want to yeah, I don't know if you want to drop in a longbow from the compendium or just we'll roll it.
I'll just. I don't know if I have to remove it again. I'll just roll the d20 plus 4.
All right. Is
Yeah.
everyone else just watching? Or are y'all gonna get some tickets and play?
Mara is like, well, you know how like some kids get really oversensitized by the noise? That's Mara right now.
Okay. Well, the park
Like,
is
she has-
quieter where you guys are by the archery.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
She's like, she is feeling everybody's cheery and just wants to like throw bricks.
All right. You'll also notice,
Wow.
Mara, there's kids are like there's also a lot of play fighting, and kids like like pretend stabbing, and like this is actually quite a celebration of violence going on.
It's not helping her.
Okay. All right. Anyone else want to have their hand at longbow archery here?
Longbows and Perry wouldn't mix.
Oh, it's just for fun.
Yeah, but he's 3 foot. Longbows are 5 to 6.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
just like, just needs a stool to use the longbow.
He wouldn't have to draw.
Gorko's like, "Don't worry, we can play a crossbow game after. It's easier. It'll be easier for you."
Also, is it like Gorko the same size? He can use a longbow fine. He's got pure skill.
Yeah, he's using the longbow gangster style, sideways.
It's the 90s all over again.
Perry's just gonna watch.
All right, so the way this works is if you get a 19 or 20, you get the bullseye. The next 3 down are, I don't know what the colors are, but basically you need to roll higher than a 15 to get 1 point, and bullseye is worth 3. Also, there's a sign that says no magics as well. So you can't like cast Hunter's Mark or something, Yeah, to just do it straight roll. Mara, can you play Gorko though?
Sure, if I was awake.
Or Kelsey, I should say. Yeah, yeah. So you get 3 arrows for your 1 ticket clue if you want to have your 3 shots.
Okay. Number uno.
Oh, that one hits the target. Oh,
Number
yes. Pung.
And number 3.
Oh, bang, bang. Wow. Nice. Yeah, you get 2 in the bullseye area, and the first one was a little bit wide, but you adjusted for the next 2.
All right, so it's a d20 plus 4.
You can. I think he's got a longbow in his
Yeah,
weapons.
he's got a longbow.
You
You
can
can
just
just
use
use
that.
that.
Because he's got his proficiencies
Oh.
built in and everything, so.
All right.
First one hits the board. Second one is on the bullseye. And the second one is also a bullseye. He's like, "Oh, it's a tie." And he shows you like a rack of things that you can pick out as your prizes.
And Mara's like, yay!
So one of them is a little like wooden ship. There is also lying on the table. Sorry, I'm getting to the table.
I thought these were supposed to be adult things.
There's a pocket mirror. There is it's supposed to be a signet ring, but it's carved out of wood. It's not out of metal. There is a little like fake spyglass, and also like trinkets that you can pick up, and looks like a handkerchief, and also a comb and a brush set.
Gorko selects the signet ring because it reminds him of everybody except for Murder Mama, because everybody else has a signet ring of some kind except for Mara.
Yeah, now he's like,
And he
I'm
wants
fourth
to
grade
ask him-
too. I'm fourth grade too.
Yep. And Mara just is like, of course he'd go and get the fucking signet ring.
What was Clue want?
I mean, he's just gonna like kind of look through like the list of tour all the things and just go like, yeah, that one, and just picks the handkerchief.
All right,
Doesn't really specifically go for anything.
you now have a handkerchief.
Yeah, it's something.
You can blow your nose and keep it in your pocket. Which I remember as growing up as a kid, just totally off the game. We were learning about when the French settlers came over and met the native peoples when they first started trading. And someone had written down that one of the things that disgusted the Native Americans about the French was the idea that they would take this piece of cloth, blow their snot in it, and then keep it in their pockets.
Well, I mean, no.
Anyway, okay, yeah, so that's now the park is a little bit more like relaxed and stuff. There are still more like food stalls here, and like also like more kiddie things, like the duck or pick a duck game is over here. And the crossbow game also is there's one stand here, and the rest of it is sort of like families starting to like sit on the grass and take in. It's not a perfect day. It's kind of a little bit overcast, but it's not raining. It's also not like bright sunshine, you know. So occasional clouds, mostly cloudy with occasional breakthroughs of sun, but overall a dry day.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
Okay.
hear someone shouting about a pie eating contest. And that's starting in 5 minutes. Gorko kind of goes, "Oh, I'm the best pie eater. I challenge you all to a pie eating contest." And he just starts laughing.
No.
Clue just kind of shrugs like, I mean, I guess if I need to wipe your ass, I mean,
It's Perry, you can eat, right? You're tall enough to eat.
Yes.
Belvar, you like pies?
Thelvar's off wandering around, greeting people, handing
Oh,
out
okay.
flyers.
All right, okay. Murder Mama, eat a pie with me.
Fine.
Very
Hi.
good pie.
All right, so there are 2 tables. When you get there, people are starting to sit at spaces, and you can see that there are just like stacks of the pies are about the size about the palm of your hand. They're not like the full size ones, but there's a lot of them being stacked up in front of you, or being stacked up on the tables. And yeah, it's also 1 ticket to enter.
Mara holds her hand out expectantly to like Clue or whoever has tickets and goes, "Give me one."
Clue just like hands it over and just like, you don't need to be that angry about it. Just relax, breathe in.
I am surrounded
out.
by cheery. Just and like her nostrils flare, and like it's just she's in pain. There is too much happy around her.
Clue just like grabs him by the shoulder, breathe in, breathe out.
Come on, Hibara, I bet you can eat a lot of pies.
Did Gorko say that to her?
Yeah.
She just looks at him blankly. He should probably remember at this point that he's never actually seen her eat anything.
He doesn't. He's just sort of intimidated and leaves you alone. All right. And Perry, you're also joining, or not?
Yep.
All right. Well, when you
No, he's
guys
gonna join.
okay, when you guys come in, you see that the table, it just sort of it says pie eating contest tables, are all filled up. But there is one table that hasn't been sat at yet that says extreme pie eating contest.
Oh God.
Extreme. Woo, go swordfish.
Jolly's like, yeah, go swordfish. He's got a beer already at this point. Jolly's he's drinking a beer. He's like, I'll root for. It's not fair contest. Look at me. So you guys go. I'll just stick with my beer. Yeah, you sit down, and basically when you sit down, so I guess Hibara and Jolly are kind of watching this happen. Those
Oh,
of you who are...
Hibara followed Perry.
Perry? Oh, okay. So to the table?
Yeah, she's standing behind him.
Okay. Stare at him.
This could only end in like 3 ways at this point.
All right.
What 3 ways? I do not know, but we will find
She
out.
wants to see how this works.
All right, so as you sit down at the table, there's sort of like pieces of paper that are pushed under the trays where the pies are sat. And it says, "These pies are made from wild magic. There is a chance that if you eat them, something amazing will happen. If you fall unconscious or are forced to stop eating, you will lose this contest. There are clerics nearby if you have any injuries." All right. Yep. Hibara, what is she trying to know?
Does she recognize the threat level of wild magic?
She's, let's say, well, with that roll, you are slightly alarmed, but
Okay.
you're not gonna tell them not to do it because they did say that they're a cleric near. They're
Well, that
clerics.
implies that she was going to say anything to begin with.
Yeah, that's true.
So she now just sort of backs. Let's see, 30 feet away.
All right. Okay.
Let me double check.
Mara
I'm
sees
pretty
her
sure-
back away, and
pretty sure it's
Mara
30 feet.
goes, "You chicken shit."
She just gives Mara the thumbs up.
Actually, how do I roll my danger sense? Because Mara also sees like Hibara step away, and even though she calls her a chicken shit, she's like, mm-hmm.
I don't know. How does it work? Can you roll the instructions on it? Do you have it like listed somewhere?
Yeah,
Is it an action? If it's an action, you can take it.
You gain an uncanny sense of things nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. You should. You have advantage. No, to gain this benefit, you can be blinded. Blah blah blah.
I'll just say you kind of have a gut instinct that this isn't going to be a normal pie contest. You haven't heard of wild magic. But you also think, well, would they put anything here that would actually really hurt us? Probably not. I mean, kids could do this, right? Or at least be near it, so we'll see.
Goody.
Does my passive 23 investigation tell me anything?
You know that, well, let's see. Can you want to roll an Arcana check? Combine with it just to
I
see.
can try. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, you know that wild magic has unpredictable effects, but also that it's pretty rare.
Okay.
So the chances of something happening aren't super high, but there's a risk, and that's probably why it's considered extreme pie eating.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going in.
All right. So the way this works is I'm gonna have a hard time keeping track of the math, so we're gonna have to do this as a group. But yeah, the guy gets up and goes, "All ready on your marks to eat your pies. Get set. You will have 1 minute. Go." All right. So what you'll each do is you can eat 1 pie by making a DC 5 con save for your first one. If you make it, then then you successfully eat it. You also then roll a percentile, and I tell you whether or not there's any wild magic associated. The next pie and every pie after, the DC goes up by 2.
Okay.
So we'll see what.
Do we roll initiative for the order, or?
Yeah, maybe that makes sense. If you want to, let me pull that up first. If you want to, yeah, it's cleared. So if you want to click on your tokens, that way we can just keep track of it.
All right, I think I clicked on my token, so let's see if I can roll my initiative and then. Oh my
Marvina!
god, my initiative freaking worked!
It's a miracle!
I think this is the first time in like however long we've been freaking playing that this has actually worked. Okay, and then this
The
one
magic
is
of Brightswords.
Gorko got a 5.
Okay. Yep. And you can. I'll hand.
Looks
it
like
to
you'll need to.
Oh yeah, you guys can go together then. All right. So let me just.
No, like I think it's just Mara's second roll over Osho first.
Oh, okay. So initially, you're right. She was a 22. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Got it. And then Gorko's a 5. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, Mara. Yeah, you need to, I guess if you don't make the point, if you don't make the con save, they don't really say here. Like, I guess you don't get to eat a pie that round. Like, you can't swallow it or something. So.
All right. So I roll a Constitution saving throw?
Correct. And you have to make a 5. Yep. And now roll a percentile dice. So 100.
100 die.
Let's see if there's anything happens. No, you're fine. You're fine till the next round. The pies are pretty tasty. You got one down. Remember, keep track of how many pies you've eaten. Next up, Perry. You need to make a DC 5. Nope. You get 0 pie this round. You just like for some, it's a little dry. Like you kind of wish you would have brought a drink with you. You notice that other people have like brought in their own beverages, and you like maybe looking around for your.
He'd picked up some cider.
Exactly.
Filled up too much with the pastries this morning.
He didn't have. He didn't go with pastry. He went with bread.
Clue.
17.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Roll your percentile dice. Okay. Oh, you also feel fine. Feel just fine for this round. No problems. Mara, can you also do Gorko? Or do you want me to run him?
I rolled him.
Oh, yep. He also scarfs it down. And then the percentile dice. Also feels absolutely fine. This isn't so extreme. You guys are thinking after one round.
Except for Perry, who can't seem to eat anything.
Yeah, it's like he's got a lot of dry crust in his mouth. He just has really struggling trying to finish off the crust of the pie. Next round, back to Mara.
Mara.
Oh, now you need a 7. Okay, good, because you made your first pie eat. Yeah, so now the DC is now 7. And you make it just like it started you thinking, oh, maybe I should get my water skin out.
You're like,
yes.
It's like a dry Popeye's biscuit.
Yes, now your percentile dice. 49, yeah, still feeling fine. I'm like, this isn't so hard. It's just cake. It's just pie. All right, Perry. Go ahead and see how you do this time. Can you swallow the one that you started? Oh yeah, you're fine. You're absolutely. So now
And then the percentile die.
Yeah, you're feeling, other than having dry mouth, you guys are absolutely fine. Next up, Clue. No worries at all there. Oh, you're enjoying this. And you're feeling fine. You guys are rolling really low. That's good.
All right. Here's Gorko.
Yep, he's got his pie down his neck.
Oh, he did fine. Damn. And then 91.
Oh no, as he's eating the pie, it just disappears. It just vanishes, so he doesn't get the point for his pie.
Everything just goes black and white and sad music starts playing.
Yeah, he's just like he was eating it and then suddenly it disappeared out of his mouth. He's like, I only one pie for him. Okay, next up, round 3 and a DC 9. Mara. And should write things down. Yes, you make it? Oh, 58. You're like, oh, yeah, I can do this. This is no problem at all. And Gorko is just like, you have to console him because he's like, my pie disappeared in my mouth. I was eating it.
He's like actively trying to eat the pie out of my mouth.
Yeah, give me your pie.
Dog.
Okay.
My dogs do that. That's what they do. They're like, Mom, I want to eat. No, get the fuck away from me.
Next up is Perry. You need a 9. Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead and roll your percentile dice. Oh, Perry. Oh, Perry. As you put it near your mouth, the pie bursts into flames.
Oh, best thing ever.
Make a medicine check, a DC 10 medicine check here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're fine. Okay, so you're only gonna take half damage.
Only
Half damage.
only second degree burns on your face.
Yeah, only 5 points of damage from the exploding pie flames shooting out of your mouth, or shooting near your mouth, exploding near your mouth. No pie for you. Okay. Next up is Clue. Yes,
Yeah, it's still
that's close, but yep, still counts.
100.
Oh, you're feeling. Yeah, you're just sort of sitting at the other end of the table watching Perry put his face out, and just munching on your pie, going, "That's a thing that happened today." Okay.
I licked my beard.
Yes. Gorko gets his. Yep, he's still upset about that pie he lost, but. And now. Oh no, his pie also explodes. As it goes into his mouth, all of a sudden you see him, his eyes get big and he like exhales in flames like he's a dragon. Go ahead and give me a medicine check of 10 here, to see if he wants to continue or not. Oh no. He's like, that's it. I'm sitting out around. I'm sitting out around. I need to put my mouth out. So
Big crocodile tears, just hiccup coughing, and he's just like, I just wanted to eat pie. And of course Mara's not helping anything, she's just laughing at him. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit.
Mom.
I never thought it was a good mom.
all right, so now the DC check is 11. We're back to Mara. Oh no, you don't. Yeah, you don't manage to get your pie down. Take 0 pie for the score for this round.
I'm too busy like trying to hold back a laugh.
Yeah. Yes. He's fine, you know. Oh, I didn't roll the damage. Sorry.
No, you didn't.
I've got to do that. I got all distracted. So 6 points. Yes. His mouth is on fire. All right. Yeah, Mara. You gotta make a DC check of 11 now.
Wait, why do I have to make a DC check?
Oh no, you're right. You already failed
Yeah.
yours. You didn't get your pie. Sorry, I
I
forgot
failed.
where we were in the turn order because of the Gorko thing, the damage.
God.
Perry.
Gorko. Wait.
So you need to roll your percentile. Oh,
No,
you
she didn't eat her
No,
pie.
she failed.
Oh, you also
well, I'm
said,
okay.
yeah. These explosions are putting you off your meal, so like, having a hard
that's what I
time
thought.
swallowing.
I could
Cool.
do that.
Oh, you again. This is he's just thrown you like Gorko exploding in front of you. Just really threw you guys off. So now for the there are I don't know. I want to see what happens with the wild magic. So it's gonna be 10 rounds. We're in round 5.
Mara's now back up to the top of the order because Gorko took a break.
Yeah, actually no. We'll get to 17 and then stop because otherwise it's just guaranteed it's not going to go anywhere. All right. So
I
yeah,
just want
now
to point out
yeah.
that 10 rounds is literally just 60 seconds.
Yes, it is. Yeah. These aren't just very small pies that they're stuffing in their mouths.
All right.
Oh, I was just saying, this is not going very long.
That's true. That's true.
We're only
But
30 seconds in.
But if that DC goes up by 2 every time, eventually it's going to be 21, which would be like that. Yeah. So.
Oh no, I'm just talking about the time frame.
Yes.
We've only been
okay.
here for 30 seconds.
Yes. All right. So we are up now to 13. Yeah, Mara, you make it. Go ahead, roll your percentage dice. Oh yeah, you're fine. Absolutely fine. And next up is Perry. Oh no, you're also struggling. Take 0 pie for this round. Clue.
I gave you all of the barbecue sauce.
Come on.
Thank you.
12.
Oh, you missed it too.
Mine.
Yes, first
Oh,
one.
is it every round? Okay.
Correct. So now we're up to 15. And this would be the second to
Now
last
it's
round.
Gorko.
Oh no, he
Gorko
was
needs
out.
to go first, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
No,
he can go.
Oh, he's out, or did he just?
Oh,
skip
just
a
out
round?
round. You're right. He skipped a round. Okay. Yeah, he makes his. Go ahead and roll for it.
No. Come on,
Rawhide,
Gorko, don't like.
Rawhide. He's fine. He gets his pie credit for this round. All right. And back to the final round, last opportunity to get pie. DC check of 17, Mara. Yeah, you made it.
Yes!
Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, damn! I wanted you guys to roll higher for this. Okay. Yeah.
I'm fine.
All right. Yeah, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Perry, your opportunity.
Will he finally make it to two?
No.
No.
Oh, it's safer this way. All right. And Clue.
Yeah.
Baby. Giving them high rolls.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah. Go ahead
That would-
and roll your percentile dice.
Now I could accidentally kill myself.
No,
6.
you are the opposite. You are absolutely fine. And Gorko. Oh, he misses out. Can't, yeah. The burns, it's still too much on his lips. So he's done.
Yep.
All right, so then the guy goes, all right, that is time. If everyone in order can tell me how many pies you finished. Mara.
5.
Okay, Perry.
1.
1. Clue.
4.
Gorko.
500.
All right. Yeah, Mara, you are the winner. You are the extreme pie eating contest winner for this game. This whole game. Way! Yes. And so he actually comes over and he's got like a little wooden thing that says extreme pie eater that he hands you. And you can also see, like he said, you can pick anything out here that you want. So let's see. Sitting on, they're not really good prizes. There's like a carved wooden ship, and there are some like children's things like wooden swords, wooden shields. There's also a candle and a deck of playing cards. There's a little wooden flute, a pocket mirror. There also is another one of those signet rings like the one that Gorko got, and another like kids version of a spyglass. As well as what looks like a little bottle of like, it could be like perfume or something like.
Mara picks up the deck of playing cards, and then hands the deck of playing cards to Gorko, and then puts the pie eating contest medal on him and goes, "Because you convinced me to do this, and now I have to deal with the heartburn."
All right. Yeah, so that was unless people want to go again, yeah, that's the pie eating contest. Oh, you also see over here. Ooh, someone exhaled. There's a big sign and a series of tables, and the sign says Unlimited Lucky 13. And when you kind of walk past it, you see a bunch of grown-ups sat at tables rolling dice with stacks of money. And there's a sign underneath that says, similar to Lucky 13, but there are no rounds. There's no limit to the rounds. So you guys remember in the first game, you could play, it was up to 3 rounds, and then whoever got closest. Here, you play till someone rolls 13.
Well, it's a bit early in the day to start gambling.
Dolly's like, is it? Is it after 10?
No, it's your thing, man. I mean, you can spend your money whatever you want, but I've got some other stuff to do first.
All right. That's a fun game, though. Can get pretty dicey. Sometimes it's really boring, but sometimes you roll and roll and roll, and it just stacks up and nobody gets 13. It gets really exciting.
Yeah, that sounds like blackjack. I'm not doing it.
Okay. Yeah, so at this point, it's kind of getting to be around lunchtime. Anybody want... I mean, obviously, Hibara is full up for the day. But yeah, if there's other like games that you wanted to play or whatever, get some lunch, try some cider. I organized this whole like downtime thing for you guys, and everyone's just like, we don't know what to do if we're not killing things.
Yeah, that's exactly what that's exactly it.
Allah knows what they're doing, and they're off doing it. They're happy.
Yes. So actually, yeah, do you want to go ahead? You can give me like persuasion or performance. You want to give me like 5 checks and see how things are going with you as you and Ramire, or whatever their name were, kind of wander around handing things out. Alhana? First group of people, yeah, teetotal. Yeah. Good. Yeah, because like they like the tune, but they weren't if they would be big drinkers. Oh, big hit. Yeah, so it's kind of hit and miss. But you know, the people that you're kind of because you know a goth bar is kind of a niche thing. But the people that you interact with who like the idea really like the idea. Like they think it's really novel and really interesting, and other people are like just like they don't quite necessarily get the concept. So so you're looking for kind of a certain type of crowd anyway. So things are going well.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Someone comes like crying, not crying, but you know yelling like a crier, crying in the streets, tingling a bell, saying, looking for warriors to defend the honor of the North Ward, in the face of the Trades Ward's scumbags. Come get your wooden weapons and do our ward proud. You know, and he points over and he describes a park that's a little bit north of where you are. So if people want to fight, there are grudge matches between the various wards of the city. And if you want to practice smacking on people, then you can go ahead and sign up to defend the honor of the North Ward.
I mean, does it need to be the North Ward? Because if the challenge is that excludes joining the Dock Ward for sure.
But yeah, you can go find the Dock Ward group on there. Sure, yeah, definitely. Like, there's like people hanging out, you know, like kind of looking for play fights, and some of them are like defend their wards. Other will like, we're gonna go to the Sea Wards and get those people, or we're gonna go to the Castle Ward. And it's all done in like good spirits and good fun. But yeah, if you want to go over to where that is and look for some Dock Ward people, you can go and do a perception check and look around for sure.
I mean, I'm definitely going, and I have a passive perception of 21 now, so...
Oh, nice. Yeah, you are, you're able, there's not a lot of them, but you see in the corner, because with all of the crowds, it's kind of easy to miss them. There's about 6 or 7, mostly humans. There's like one kind of older looking half elf as well. And they look like the Dock Ward type, you know. They're just like, you know your own, you know your people, so...
Yeah, Clue just like runs out and go swordfish!
Oh, and they're like, "Whoa, swordfish!" Yeah, and they welcome you in, and Gorko is also running up like swordfish. So.
And Mara again is still behind them, going, "Why am I here? What do you want, Sirius?"
Yeah. So now, as you're sorry, what's happening? Shadow is still kind of like just lurking a bit.
No, she's following Clue. She's been following Clue this whole time.
Okay.
Except for that moment where she wanted to watch Perry try and eat something because she doesn't know ghost.
Okay. Yeah. So there's an area. There's like a sign up sheet where you can go and you get your name on the list, and then they're just kind of cycling through some fights. So you can see what they have is an area cordoned off, and there are 2 people. It just changes every single time, and they're using wooden swords and wooden shields. Or some are just using like 2 wooden swords, and they're fighting however they want. But what they really need, they're looking to get like a hit on someone, and that counts as a point. And then if you get 3 hits, you that person wins. So it's, you know, there's no bloodshed here. They're not really sparring for, you know, to be in the military so much as like drunken weekend dads who have a beer belly, you know, who want to have a beef with their friend over at the Sea Ward, and they're taking it out this way, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's LARPing.
Yeah, they're LARPing. Yes. Yeah, so who does anyone want to sign up for any of the wards? They don't really check. Like, you don't have to show proof of identification. If you want to go for a different ward, they'll just think like you grew up there or you've got friends there or whatever. It's all in good fun. But this is the North Ward hosting of these battles.
I mean, Clue's definitely joining the Swordfish of the Dark Ward.
All right, you've got one name on a list. Anyone else want to have a go in a little martial
I
combat?
think Gorku would. I totally almost typed Gorku into something. Goku. 1+1 = fish. Gorko would totally sign up to be part of the Dark Ward as well,
Okay.
just because he's following frickin' Clue into the abyss at
Yeah.
this point.
He like hero worships all of you.
Yeah.
All right.
I take it there's a person with like a sheet writing down names and shit.
Yes.
Ibarra goes to this, says, so anyone can enter in this?
Yeah, if you are willing to, there's a pick of wooden weapons. Kind of points over, and there are basically wooden versions of every weapon, from scimitars to glaives to quarterstaffs, which ironically are made of wood. And he said, yeah, if you want to represent one of the city wards, you can sign up under their name and be matched with somebody from a different ward to fight.
Can I have some rope? Wait, do I need a weapon?
No. We provide all the weapons here. They're all like blunted wooden things. It's more about the arts of it rather than doing any real damage.
Kibara points at Mara. She punches things.
What
What if I wanted to punch things?
Well,
Would
here,
I need a weapon?
you don't get. It's more like fighting with weapons than really like punching. We're not here to do that much damage. It's all non-lethal and stuff. You have to hit with a weapon for it to count.
Can I have some rope then?
Yeah, and what we're gonna use the rope for? Are you gonna use like a whip or something?
She pulls out Grizzle behind her.
He's like, yeah, no magic. Sorry, no magic in the ring.
But it's Grizzle.
It's not magic.
Well, it's only wooden weapons and creatures that can hold weapons.
That's why I want the rope to tie it to his arm. And he flaps his little arm.
Like, no, only one human or one humanoid creature at a time. There's no double teaming. Sorry.
No, I wasn't going to enter.
Are you going to tie up your Grizzle out here like a pet?
No, he was going to go in.
Yeah, can't. Nope, just one humanoid.
We
No
just
other.
walk
No
up to
familiars.
Ibarra.
Man,
just
it would have been
walk
like
up
a
to Ibarra.
cockfight.
Sorry.
Look, he can be our mascot. I can wear him like a hat.
I don't think... So Grizzle is like half as big as Hibara, so he's like 3 feet-ish tall. A little bit, more like
That's,
2.5 feet tall. I don't know if...
That's a tall hat.
How drunk is Clue at this point?
I think Jolly's drunker. Yeah, he's not gonna let Grizzle in. You can go in, and Grizzle can stay outside, but you can't bring a Grizzle in because that's not fair to the other person.
I mean, he doesn't have arms, really. Seems more like it's not fair to Grizzle, but... But them's the rules.
But them the rules.
Yeah, yeah.
So much. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right. So yeah, have fun. I mean, maybe go talk to one of the fire-eating jugglers. Maybe he can do something with him.
She gives him just sort of this semi-horrified, semi-disgusted look.
This poor man is going to get caught on
And then
fire.
just walks away backwards to where Clue is.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so you have your choice of weapons. Anyone else going to sign up?
He's still averse to drawing attention to himself, so no.
That's all right. Hey, Thelvar, at any point would you kind of run across your party and want to take a break and maybe do something fun with them?
I suppose if they ask for Thelvar, but other than that, he's happy just
Handing out flyers and
Promoting.
singing? Okay.
Yeah, and documenting everyone he meets.
Right.
I mean, in that case, Clue, if like Talva is around, Clue's just gonna run up to him, like point the wooden sword at him, and so defend yourself, Dove.
Ah, Clue. What? What?
Come on, I know you're like spend most of your time out of town, but you should be vaguely aware of how this city does things.
Ah, yes. Oh, I see what you're doing. Yes, of course. I don't have. I'm good enough with my weapon that I can not do any permanent harm. So, draws the rapier. Ha ha!
Well, I was more thinking about you signing up, but I'll kick your ass right here if you want me to.
You think?
Okay, guess we're 1v1ing.
Yeah, you guys pulling out your weapons, you're gonna play fight?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Alright, yeah, go for it. You can tell your DCs, make your rolls, and we'll just say, people are like, yeah, spontaneous fight, and they start to like circle around you.
Ooh,
Oh.
barely outdoing me.
Squeaked, yeah. So go ahead, Thalvar. Also, you want
Wait,
to
don't
just...
y'all both have the same modifier?
Oh, it's a dex bonus.
I think he has a...
Or
yeah.
proficiency or something, I don't know.
The point 18, it's Dex score for tie breaks.
Yeah. Don't you both have 18 dex?
Oh, yeah, you have Dex 18 as well. I wonder why yours is not 18, because I have 18 on Dex as well. So we have the same Dex.
Well, we'll go. Can we just go Thalvar first, and we'll figure it out later?
Yeah, I'll just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, describe like what you're gonna do, like what your blow is or what your attack is.
Thalvar takes up a fencer's stance. And it's like, parry, thrust.
Yep. And
I mean, I guess the blast wouldn't be active anymore, so you miss.
Yeah.
oh, right. Yeah. So, how do you get out of the way, Clue?
I mean, as he just like kind of sees it coming, he just like quickly like moves his feet and just has Thalva just like stab next to him.
Okay. Yeah, and now the bard Remier is doing like a sort of Spanish dun 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 dun, you know, on the guitar as you guys are fencing. All right, Clue. Describe what you do and then cast your...
He just does a quick step backwards and then just like tries and thrusts for Telvar's legs. And here.
Oh,
Zoom for a hit.
people cry out, a hit, a hit, a hit. The cheer goes up.
Ah, you can't. It is but a flesh wound.
Get the hit.
So what did you do, Thalvar?
Thalvar like dodges to the side and like does a slash across the chest.
Yeah, a cheer goes up, like, a hit, 1-1.
Clue just like riles back like incredibly dramatically before like planting his feet again and just like trying to smack him in the head.
Oh, a hit. Was that 2-1? Help me keep track, you guys.
Yes,
Yep.
two
Okay,
to 1.
2-1, they start chanting. Ah, cheer goes up. All right.
Thalvar tries to counter with his own overhead slice.
Yep, that hits.
Whoa! A cheer grows up from the crowd. Now you're drawing more people around.
And Clue's gonna try and finish it off with like a sweep of the leg and then just like go for his throat. Just, like gracefully just like ducks down, sweeps his leg and just like puts his sword at Telvar's throat.
And the crowd, a cheer goes up. Like, way! Swordfish! Swordfish! Swordfish!
Swordfish!
Goldfish!
Ah, you have bested me, sir. Ah, please, mercy, mercy.
Everyone starts
We
applauding
find
and
Moss,
laughing.
who just like throws the sword away and just puts out his hand.
After a second, the bard starts playing the song that you know is the jingle. You want to go ahead and do it?
Yeah, let me just quickly pull up the lyrics, make sure I don't mess them up.
Yeah.
Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Let me if you are feeling rather down, why don't you take a jaunt and go and have a pint or two way down at the old haunt? Come enjoy a rousing song or even a joyous toast. But please don't be afraid of Lith just because he is a ghost. Jarvis will take care of you and make sure that you have fun. So come down to the old haunt, the bar that's second to none.
All right, go ahead and roll performance with advantage.
Advantage performance.
Yeah, the crowd goes wild. They absolutely love it. Yes, and the bard starts up the tune again, and people start singing it themselves in the group, without you. Like you're kind of leading them now in the words and kind of like helping them along, and they remember the rhymes, but some of the other bits. Yeah, a wild success in the North Ward. Brightswords Festival. Oh, sometimes the dice are amazing. Okay. Yeah, so does anyone else want to have a little go at a mock battle? I've got some NPCs here. If anyone else wants to have a go, test their skills.
Mara, I know you like hitting things.
He does have a point.
Mara looks at Clue and goes, only if I get to kill it. And there's no killing here, so no. And she goes, and
Gorgo's like, what if we talk about what you do a double team? You and me together. We'll do some acrobatics. Come on, Murder Mama. Let's show them what we got.
What's the first part of my name?
Murder Mama.
Murder. If I don't get to commit murder.
I mean, if you sign up for one of the other wards, it's going to be one of your few shots to hit me. I mean,
I hit you anyway, so your point?
I mean, it's more dramatic and dynamic, and it's fun. Come on, I know you want to hit me. Come on, come on. Just like kind of like taunting.
Gives a little shove on your shoulder.
I'm assuming this collects just in case someone does go overboard.
Well, what you can do is talk to them and say that you guys know each other and you want to have your own fight, as opposed to like a sanctioned fight. And they do have clerics for the on hand for emergencies. So
Mara looks at her fingernails and just kind of is like, to kill Clue or not to kill Clue? That is the question. Fine. And goes over and looks at the list of like things and notices that is there like a outer limits, like out of city limits, like unincorporated area of Waterdeep?
No, the bard starts going, a no holds bar fight, a no holds bar fight, come look tonight, a no holds bar fight. And the crowd starts going, no holds barred, and they sort of like start chanting and going over to the ring.
Okay.
Mara cracks their fingers. Oh, ow, that actually hurt.
All right, so the way that
Just like,
yeah,
just.
You're gonna regret this.
all right. So what I'm gonna say
I
is,
always do.
this is how this is gonna work. Is you can do anything you want, any of your powers, whatever you would normally do. But if anyone goes to 0, then they've lost. And yeah, they've got like they're gonna bring the clerics over. So obviously you're not gonna go for any like death blows. You're not gonna hit them once they're down. This is a pride fight, not a actually killing off each other fight. And so then yeah, there would be somebody there who would take you to the first aid tent and just bring you around, and you'll be fine for tonight. You might have to pay a bit in gold, but. If you guys want to do this, that's how I'll run it.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, lose down.
I mean, a bit
Marla-
metagaming. I feel like they wouldn't need to pay for any gold.
Well, maybe might be that
Thank you,
the
Liz
crowd
Harrison.
will donate money because it would be
Well,
such
no,
a
it's
good
like
show.
The bar is here and hasn't done anything.
Oh, okay.
In charge.
Yeah,
Is what I'm saying.
Mara looks,
Ah, okay.
Mara looks at Habara and goes, "Start placing bets. Collect bets."
Hibara shrugs and mouths. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so the only
Mary, Harry, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Harry's trying to slink off into the crowd.
all right,
Where's a hawk when you need him?
so the only thing I'll say is like the only rule I kind of put on is you guys have to narrate all of this. Like you have to tell us the story of your battle. Okay, so just like Delvar included it right. Kind of describe what you're attempting to do, and then roll, and then the other person can kind of interpret like the reaction, or if you hit, you can kind of describe how it goes, and then that goes to the next person, and they do the same.
Okay.
All
So
right.
First, we need to roll initiative, right?
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and roll initiative to see who goes first, and the other guy goes, "All right, a no holds bar fight, and this is which ward are you?" He's like, "Oh, go." What was it? Shark?
Swordfish.
Swordfish.
For the Dark Ward, and I mean, I don't know who Mara wants to identify as.
She lives in the North Ward, so.
Yeah, so I guess she's a dove.
No. No.
No.
No. Just call me the United States military.
Okay. USM versus the Dock Ward, and initiative. So Clue will be going first.
Yep.
Fight.
I mean, in that case, you just see Clue's sword like get engulfed in green fire, and he's just gonna run up and fucking stab her. Green flame blade.
Well, it does hit.
But hit doesn't really matter. I assume a 9 does not hit.
No.
So Clue just fucking whiffs.
Mara kind of
Hibara
looks.
stares daggers at the guy with the clipboard who was taking names.
Yes. Okay, Mara.
Mara looks down at the flaming sword that's like attempting to pierce her body, and looks at Clue and goes, "Really?
I mean, no
Really?
holds barred is no holds barred.
Okay, you dumb nut." And so she takes out her quarterstaff, holds it like a baseball bat, and aims for his head.
And fucking whiffs as well.
Swing and a miss. Fuck!
Clue just like ducks under it. And just like
Motherfucker! That's cheating! I didn't dodge yours!
The crowd are laughing at this point. Like they know you're serious, but they also know that you're like playing.
The sad thing
Who's
is
going-
Mara's not playing. Mara's mad.
That makes it funnier.
again, green flame blade hit against Mara's legs. 18, assume that
Yeah,
hits.
that hit.
So that's
Alright.
piercing damage plus why is it? Yeah, plus 5.
I don't
So
want to tell
that's
you how to.
13 damage.
Yeah, I don't want to tell you how to run Mara.
12.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But is she raging, or will she be raging here shortly?
She hasn't decided yet.
Okay, because you'll be taking what, half damage on some of these?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just takes a full 13 damage at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. She's currently just thinking about it. She hasn't quite decided. Ooh.
I just want to see like the Godzilla versus Mothra here. I want to see both of you guys at your new level. That's what I want to see.
Oh, I see. So Mara, like the green flames kind of engulf her, and she's like, "Woo! Ah, it hurts! Ow! 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 Fucking shit! That does hurt!" And all of a sudden, eyes go black, rage incurs, and pulls out the longsword and just again aims for an arm, like Mighty Python going for the Black Knight.
Are you reckless attacking or not? That's my question.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Reckless attack, as we're adding on reckless attack as well, because there's nothing going on.
All right, so how does that work? Sorry, I don't know barbarians well.
It's advantage against me, and then I have advantage against her.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you. All right, so 11, I take it, does not hit.
No.
Nope.
All right, so she comes charging at you.
But attack rolls against you. Okay, yeah.
You should not have tried again. Should have not given advantage to a rogue. Oh,
Whatever.
not
But
have
I'm
done
raging, so whatever.
Rapier 24. I do a total
18?
of
Oh,
18, but you're raging, so that becomes a 9 plus a 4 is a 13.
13.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Clue just like, as he starts raging, just like dodges again, getting laid on fire, just stabs her in the shoulder.
She's looking at all of her wounds and just kind of growls at him and just goes, "Fine. We're playing this? All right. Fine. Fury of blows." We're going to go ahead and use... right, I could do that. Let's just go ahead and double check. I'm going to go ahead, take a key point.
Okay.
And the first thing, so instead of doing an attack, I'm going to do healing hands.
All right.
Which is my 4 martial arts plus my modifier. So 4 plus wisdom, which is 2. So 6. That's 30.
Okay.
Awesome. And now I get 2 unarmed attacks.
Boom.
18, I'm assuming
That
hit.
hits. Mm-hmm.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Then another one.
A hit. Oh, wait a second. Only 6 hits does ending. Okay.
Yep.
Is that it?
Ah! Like that, you little fucker.
You just kind of reels back after being like properly hit for the first time. It's like readjusts, like, okay, that's what I like to see, and just tries to stab you again.
Fuck.
22, I assume, hits.
Yes.
The crowd is
So
loving
I
this, by
do-
the way, and all your drama and your theatrics.
So you're still raging, so that's 5 plus 6 is another 11 damage.
5 plus 6. What? Yes.
Yeah, it's 10 piercing, half is 5 plus 6 fire, which you don't resist, is 11.
I can do math.
Yeah, it's complicated with, like, thanks for doing that out loud, Bella. By the way, yeah, you can kind of hear, like, part of the crowd is chanting, Mara, 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 and the other part are going, Clue, 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 Clue. And you can see it's actually like, Gorko is like running around telling people what to chant. He's like trying to get the crowd worked up for you guys, because they want to just see a good fight. That's what they're interested in. They want to see martial arts.
So, whatever. Mara goes ahead, cracks her neck, takes out the quarterstaff again. Actually, no, fuck the quarterstaff. Pulls out the spear, aims for your heart, and fuck it. What the hell? And just like when she misses, she throws the spear and kicks it across the arena and goes, "Fuck you, spear, and fuck your mom. Dishonor on your cow."
The kind of Mara, woo, 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 woo.
Clu's just stand there. Good for you to get some of your anger out, and just like lunges at her again. And the thing that actually does a 16 hit.
Yes.
So that's 6 plus 8, which is. Wait a second, what is 6 plus 8? Suddenly I'm bad at math. 14.
14?
Yep.
Mara taps out. Mara's like, I can't. No. But you know what? Fuck. Yeah, she's done.
Right. Yeah, when she. Yeah. What does Clue do?
Mara taps out. She's like,
after briefly cheering himself on, he's just gonna like offer Mara a handshake.
When he offers her a handshake, she punches him in the face.
You filthy fuck!
The crowd is going wild. Absolutely wild. They didn't see that coming at all.
Thank you for the hand up, but that's what you get for breaking me down to 5.
They're just cheering now.
Oh, if that's the fucking issue here, he's just gonna like just
No!
backhander.
Mara books it. Mara sees the look and runs and jumps out of the arena.
I have the fucking opportunity. You can dash. You cannot run from me.
As you guys wrestle your way toward the people are falling over. Pants are being peed right now. Watching you guys like do this, like the crowd is going crazy. They think this is all like an act. They think this is amazing theater.
By the way, want you to know, unarmed strike would be like strength without proficiency, and I have a -1. I probably would not be actually hitting you. This is mostly just out of sheer spite.
That's what it was.
Like, hey, as you guys sort of get out of the ring, people just start clapping you on the back and laughing. Like, you guys are amazing. Who are you guys? This is brilliant. What's going on? You guys here, Waterdeep?
See, baby, go swordfish.
Swordfish! You hear people crying. I'm so happy every time I get to say that.
The military always loses. You never bet against Mother Nature.
They're like everyone's congratulating you and saying that was such a it was really entertaining fight and they had a really good time.
Mara is limping to the cleric, still cursing and going, "Fucking ow, ow, ow."
Is Hibara?
Ow! Ow!
Because also like
a bonus action healing word himself.
Yeah. All the damage Mara did to him. Ow!
because like as Mara's leaving,
I mean, to be honest, she did actually do some decent damage against him.
Grizzle would come up.
He does not have a lot of health.
So Grizzle's coming.
Grizzle comes up to Mara, puts his little flappy arm on her,
Oh.
just pats her, shakes his well body, but yeah.
He does a little dance.
In the process, like adds insult to injury because burns her.
No. He's healing her.
Not yet.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
but he's definitely, it hurts.
I imagine it wouldn't be unpleasant, but not painful.
Is it like eating spicy food?
Yeah, kind of like that, but you know, a fire hand on your shoulder.
All right.
Well.
Oh, so kind of
arm,
like putting Tiger Balm on.
Yeah.
If you've ever done that, it hurts and then it feels good because there's no more pain.
So yeah, let's see. There it is.
Better not. Clue better sleep with one eye open. Because Mara's gonna get her revenge. Also,
Boom.
ooh, what does that do to me?
Gives you
Heals you.
21 HP.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you're all.
I mean, it does. It puts me about halfway health. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you
You
shouldn't.
guys got too much health.
Yeah, I told you, I became a tank.
I guess we can.
Barbarians having health, who could have guessed?
I know. Ooh,
Another 13.
woohoo!
That should put you at least like 2/3, right?
Yeah, that should be good. Oh
Did-
yeah, I will no longer hurt. Mara's still kind of like growling, but
Clue only took like 11 damage that whole time, didn't he?
he did.
I mean,
What's your AC
he also
now?
got smacked, but
Mhm.
My
Oh,
50.
15. What's Clue's AC?
16.
Yeah. What is that like a?
Also have like +7 to hit. She has +5 to hit. So the thing is, I do have a lot less health. Like a couple of good hits, and Clue's just dead. Or, like
And-
I have 33 health.
If you,
And Mara just whiffed it the whole time.
yeah, but
Mhm.
without green flame blade, fight would have lasted much longer.
Yeah. To be honest, that's one of the reasons I picked it as one of the cantrips, because it's kind of broken that it keeps getting power, even though you're putting nothing in the sorcerer like points.
Yeah,
So it's just like 3 extra damage for a rogue.
yeah, nice. But no, this is. I mean, for me, thank you, because I don't often like the encounters I have aren't deadly, so I haven't really pushed you guys to see how close what I have to do to kill you. This is very useful for me.
Oh,
So
Oh no, we gave her data.
This is the second time that Mara's been near death.
Mara's
Yeah.
been near death a lot.
No, she hasn't. This is the second time.
Only second? What about the
Mhm.
time with that guard lady?
Yeah, that was the first time.
Was that it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, weren't you almost dead with the Dark Elves as well?
No. I was hurting, but I wasn't near dead. Again, that's one of the reasons I got healing hands.
Yeah,
So I
I
can-
guess fair. I mean, Clue is the only one who's actually gone. No, Telvar has also gone fully down.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
remember
yeah,
correctly.
the drow. I
Yeah.
figured out the
Clue
drow.
was fucking
Yeah.
drow.
Yeah, you took
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
shots at once. You got shot by 2 different drow at the same time.
I mean,
Yeah,
Clue just
yeah.
got stabbed.
Yes, his gun misfired. I think.
It shows the difference between Thelvar and Clue. Clue went down to 1 shot. It took 2 to take Thelvar down.
Yeah, you were also up there with no spell slots, if I remember, because you just come out of the tavern. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I had the 1 spell slot that I used for the chromatic orb that just whizzed past everyone.
Oh yeah. Ouch.
I mean, Clue just got shot and ran away, so I can't really complain there.
Yeah, was not expecting that to happen at all. So like, sometimes the dice are cruel, but it makes for a great story, and a great rivalry. So.
Mhm.
Yeah, so as you're sat there, and Hibara has brought Grizzle over to help you, Mara. Jolly comes over. He doesn't say anything. He just hands you his flask, which smells of whiskey. Doesn't say, and just sort of like, kind of moves away a bit. So, he goes.
Mara, she looks at Perry and goes, "You are aware that I will down the whole entire thing. Don't give this to me," and hands it back.
You hand it back to Jolly.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. He just takes a little swig from it and nods. And...
Yeah, because it would be like if she drank it, she would eat the whole entire thing. I will kill the 2 of you. Stop fighting.
Oh, you're talking to the dogs.
No, I mean, I was fully accept I was against Clue, though.
All right. At this point, you can kind of hear where you are. Like the noise in the street has gotten much louder. The crowds are getting louder. It's getting past midday now, and what well, Thelvar and Clue, you would know this if you wanted to share it with the others. That is the main parade, like starting to come up to the northward where it turns off into the street, and you guys are in the park, so you're just like 2 blocks away from the main parade. You can hear
Parade.
Yeah.
Parade.
All right, yeah. So the people are kind of starting to mass now, in the same direction. It's not an overwhelming crowd. But it's tight. You guys, all kind of maybe want to think about keeping your purses, a hand on your purse, that kind of level of intensity. And yeah, as you get closer, people are filing out, into the longer high street. So the crowd opens up quite a lot. And hold on. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm trying to look something up here. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people. Like, there are floats. There are people who are riding on like unicycles. They are like partying and dancing, and there are bands playing as the people are going by. They're kind of like throwing out little pieces of confetti and paper as you're all kind of going by and waving at you from the floats, and you go hear the crowds. And yeah, as you go, you actually are there to see the big float for the Sea Maidens Fair, which is kind of in the shape of like a caravan, like a ship, with a big sort of mermaid out of the front of it. And you recognize like the human crew. They always look a little bit sullen, but today they look a bit happier. You also see like fire eaters, and you see the Nimblewrights as well. They're out in the crowds, and the kids are running up to them especially, and they're kind of like doing little dances and patting the kids on the head and getting hugs and things like that. and having quite a lot of fun. There are people doing gymnastics and dance routines, and are also selling that kind of like neon bracelet tat and seafair maidens themed things as well as they go along, hawking those items and some other things as well. And yeah, on the top you see Zord. He's up there as the band is playing, and he's dancing along in one of his brightly colored purple with white trim outfits, with a matching hat and a big purple hat with a white ostrich feather sticking out of the top of it. And he's sort of like going along with the band and not really trying to lead it, but sort of like dancing in a white guy kind of way.
So not a stripper outfit is what you're saying.
Not the sort of stuff he'd wear to dinner with you guys. I actually had him wearing more clothing than that picture had. He at least had like a dressing gown on with an open chest, but you didn't see his legs as much. Oof, that picture. Yeah, and he sees you actually, and sort of gives you a wave as his float goes on by. And as the last float leaves, you can see people are starting to follow in behind. Do you want to follow the crowd over to the parade now, or to the along the route now, or do you want to just do something later, head to the field of what was it called? The Field of Triumph. A little bit later on, or whatever you guys want to do. If you want to head back to the tavern, if you want to play some more games, or have some more fights, you can do those too. But yeah,
Chloe's a bit far out at this point.
Yes.
But if any news for you.
Yes, Gorko's been very much entertained by all of this, having a great
Mara
time.
is beginning to feel a headache and is still in a little bit of pain. But there's a headache right in between like her eyes, where she's just like either booze or more coffee is going to fix this. And again, as parade goers get closer and closer to her, like instead of the hiss, she's getting like lifting up like the left side of her lip, so she like people can see like her canines, and just going, "Get the hell away from me," growl that like dogs give when they're like trying to like when they have like food aggression.
Okay,
You're trying to like weed it out of them, and she's just like, "Get the fuck away from me," growl. And
Yeah,
you're like, "Oh dear God."
If you want to go back to Troll Skull Alley and the tavern, there's probably now they're going to have food out for the hors d'oeuvres, which you could have while you're there, because they're making a lot of food for later on tonight. So
Well, she's also full of pie and dealing with the fallout from that since she ate 5 of those things.
But you didn't turn into
Oh.
a goat. Do you want to hear what some of the options were that we didn't?
I know
Go on.
one of them's fireball, centered on you.
Fireball.
All right. So okay, this is what you guys were gonna have to roll. 61 to 60, 0 to 60, normal pie. 61 to 65, the pie doubles in size as you swallow it. Increase this in all future DCs by an extra +2. 66 to 70, the pie is mixed with energy from another plane. Disadvantage on this check. 71 to 75, the pie bursts into flames. You guys got that one. 76 to 80, the pie casts grease as you swallow it. You have advantage on this in the next con save.
I don't think that works that way.
Grease.
Yeah. That doesn't feel like a good change.
Real smooth pie.
This, though, I think is
Oh.
one of my favorite. 81 to 85, you turn into a goat for 1 minute. You may continue eating, but your stats become that of a goat. Con 11.
Mara, I think, would have preferred turning into a goat.
86
Hold
to...
on.
Yeah.
You'd think ghosts would be good at eating things, though.
They are good at eating things.
But
Oh, I
pies,
hate-
though.
There's an echo again.
You have to be too busy eating the tin, I guess.
All right. 86 to 90, your pie begins yelling painfully personal insults at you. Make a DC 10 wisdom save to continue eating.
Oh my god.
Wow.
91 to 95, the pie disappears as you swallow it. Gorko got that one. 96 to 99, the pie explodes as it hits your stomach, causing a rupture. Take 3d8 damage now and at the start of each turn until you're healed. And then, perfect 100, you are teleported to a random location within 5 miles and disqualified from the contest.
Just teleports into the ocean. Oh, fuck.
Oh, so I was, yeah, that's why I wanted to go longer. But then I realized the con rolls were going to get ridiculous, so. Okay, let's just deal with Mara first, because Gorko will go with you. What does she want to do?
Mara is going back to the shop. 1, to get an acid. 2, then to also get a pain reliever for her headache. And 3, to like hopefully talk to Madame Kokori about getting something to boost up the rest of her HP.
Okay, all right. Oh yeah, you can do a short rest with the
Yeah,
bonus.
that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, so you can do that while you're there. All right, other people.
I guess Clue is gonna take the time to do some shopping to make sure Jolly is kitted out.
Okay.
Mhm.
Others.
Zelvar's also going to do a spot of shopping, specifically looking to see if they can pick up some magical studded leather armor.
Okay.
Because at this stage, it's about the only way they're going to improve their AC,
Okay.
unless they wear half plate armor, which, yeah, no.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Even then, half plate end up with max 7. Oh yeah, I guess that's one more error. That's also disadvantage on stealth, so yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you could go for like full plate. I mean, if you have the strength for that. I don't know your stats.
Not proficient in heavy armor, light
fair
and
point.
medium only.
Okay. Yeah, we can do shopping. That's fine.
Perry was
Perry?
going to go look for the exotic pet store.
Okay. There's also a bookshop near the tavern, which has an extensive book collection that they know is a dragonborn who runs it, too. So that might be easier for me than coming up with an exotic pet shop with the right pamphlet on oozes or gelatinous cubes.
Okay, he'll go to a bookstore.
Okay.
You probably pick up a different bookies after as well then.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just do a little bit of. So sorry. He's gonna go looking for the book, right? Okay. So let's deal with the shopping. Anyone else? Does Habara need anything? Before.
Oh, she's just following Clue.
Okay.
Let's
Yes.
go see if I could get Perry good armor or bow or something as well at some point.
Okay. Right. I'm trying to find the costs. Oh, there we go. costs of various kinds of armor. Okay. The only thing is, they don't really say. Keep going. All right. Yeah. So who wants to? What I'll do is you can roll a proficiency and, you can roll a survival check or an investigation or a history check to try to remember where the right stalls are. Because like the more specialized the thing, like magical or +1 studded armor, is going to be harder to find. So it'll just how long it takes you looking around to track it down.
I mean, Clue is mostly looking for mundane items to war picks and skill mail, but like if he can just run into something magical, that might be interesting. Like he's not gonna complain.
Okay. So what are you? I have to get the player's handbook out now. Costs of various weapons. What mundane items are you looking for?
2 war picks.
2 war picks. Okay. All right.
Yep.
And besides 2 war picks, you were also looking for
skill mail, I think it's called. It's
okay, for armor.
Median armor. Yeah.
Okay. So did you want to go back? Like there is Avi and Ember who do work in your...
I could go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. Yes. So you want to head over there, and they have some of their wares, mostly swords and things that people want to like pick up. You don't see the war picks out in what they've got on display, but you know that they've got more inside. And yeah, you see them. They are the Genesi, and it's the more customer friendly one, Avi, who you see again out in front. It says, "Oh, what ho, neighbor! Happy bright swords."
Neighbor. Happy Brightswords! I was looking at picking up some armor and some weapons.
Of course.
I assume you can provide?
Well, of course, and friends and family discount for you. What are you in the market for?
I'm looking for 2 war picks and some scale mail.
Okay, yes, of course. Yeah, we don't, those will be inside. Avi turns to someone who's like there's a halfling there who's also working, says, "I'll be right back." And says, come inside. Nippy day out there. Can I get anything like a coffee or an ale?
Oh no, been having an active day out here. I'm more than warm enough.
Right. Right. Well, so are you, yeah, we have some war picks. Are you just sort of shopping generally for some weapons? Are you maybe open to some other suggestions? And he kind of brings out about half a dozen different war picks of sort of like slightly different widths of the handles or lengths of the handles, the weight of it sort of thing, different sort of centers of gravity depending on how tall you are, where you're comfortable throwing it. So because we are also having a sale on some of our pricier, if you wanted to swap out any daggers for something that maybe will hit a bit more, maybe we could look at doing a trade.
I mean, if you have a good rapier lying somewhere, I wouldn't complain about it either.
Yeah, well, you have a feel of these, see which one you think works, and if none of them work, I've got a few more in the back, but these tend to be our most popular. And I'll see what we've got in the rapier department back in the special section, if you know what I mean.
Ibarra says, "Say hi to your husband for me."
Oh, I will, dear.
In Primordial.
He replies back in Primordial, "I will." And how are you doing?
Good. This is weird. I don't understand why this is, but okay.
Yes, they do have these weird gatherings, these humanoids, these humans. But also just think things have gotten so much more exciting since you guys have moved in. To say, the police are here all the time. It's quite exciting. All right, well, yes. You guys hang out here. He says back in comment, "I'll be back in a flash." And he disappears behind.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I guess Chloe's just like looking at his war picks, just trying to figure out what will be about the right size for Jolly.
Cool. Okay, yeah. So yeah, there's one that's much sort of weightier, and it seems to be made of a wood that's a bit, on the heavier side, and the metal too. Like the balance on it, it's just got a little bit more heft to it. It also feels like it's meant to kind of like have a bit of like momentum when you swing. Like it's meant to kind of hang in the air and be brought down, almost like a golf club. Like and you think this one would do pretty nicely.
I mean, he is looking for 2 of them.
Yep.
Because Charlie has dual wheeler.
All
So,
right.
yeah. So if he can get 2 of those, that would be great.
Yeah, Avi comes back and he's got a very fine looking rapier that he's holding in his hands. It's got a really nice sort of sheen to it, and it looks pretty sharp. And it's beautifully crafted as well. He sets it down in front of you and says, "Did one of the axes work better?"
Oh yeah, I found a pig that seems like doing it. You wouldn't happen to have 2 of similar design?
Oh, absolutely. They come in pairs, and just in case, I'll get the box with his brother. Nips off and says, "Why don't you give this a little bit of a swing around and see if it feels comfortable?"
Yeah, cool. Gonna first visually investigate it, and then he's just gonna like swing around a bit, get a feel for the weight.
Yeah. So by looking at the weapon, you feel that it's an older weapon, and it's probably seen a lot of years, but the 2 of them have really brought the fineness of the blade, back into it and made it quite sharp and kind of polished it up. So in some ways, it looks really good, but you can tell that it's seen some things, but it doesn't look ratty, looks well preserved.
Well, he's just gonna like feel out the balance, check the edge, just like see if it cuts through its skin easily.
It feels like a +1 rapier.
Yep. Well, is Avi still out, or is he back already?
So yeah, he's kind of got this big box now, like a shoe box, but for the war picks, and he opens it up, and yeah, there's sort of like the other one. He says, if you want to test the weight, they are identical, but you can go ahead and give the second one a feel if you just want to try them both on at the same time, as it were.
He's just like, I trust you, just like trying to not let on he probably couldn't effectively carry these things. So, hey, this is a fine sword, by the way. How much is it?
Oh, well, do you have one to trade in?
I mean, he just like puts his rapier on. It's like very standard rapier, like onto this. Like, it's still in pretty good condition. Has gone through some battles, but never steered me wrong.
Right, well, he sort of picks it up, and you can see he's sort of, like looking at the craftsmanship of where things are, like the helm or the hilt, and it's connected, and the blade and its condition. He says, yeah, I can tell this has been cleaned and polished on a regular. Tell you what, that one, normally I would go for 200, but you're friends, so I'm gonna knock it down by 25 for that. And if you want to swap in the rapier, I will add another 10 on that. So that's 165 instead of 200.
I mean, at that point, can't we just round it down to 160?
For you, yes. If you're also getting those war picks, absolutely.
Great. So what's the combined price then?
All right. Well, war picks they normally go for 5 gold apiece, but again, friends and family, so 2 together, 10. We'll call it 8.
Okay, good. So that's 168 in total. Sounds great. He hands over the money.
Yeah, and he will. I said, you want a box for the rapier, or you just want to There's a.
Oh, I'll just shit it right in here.
Look at that. Fits perfectly. Alright, yeah, so you've got 2 war picks and a +1 rapier.
In that case, he's gonna put the pair of war picks on top of the bar in the old haunt
Okay.
before rejoining or trying to find his companions again.
Alright, are you gonna sample any of the olive and feta cheese or the other like little mini hamburgers with the charcoal bun and squid dyed things that are laying out now?
He was planning on not doing it, but while he's there, like just sort of like instinctively picked up some stuff.
Yes. I mean, you know, it's just lying there. It's meant to be eaten, right? Okay. Right, so that is you done, Thelvar.
Yeah, so, some magical studded leather or a ring of protection or an iron stone of protection, or even just someone to enchant the coat with a like robe of protection type enchantment, just something to boost my AC without resulting to bulky armor.
Okay. And let's see. What would you? Well, where's your preference? Because I mean, Thelvar would know that Avi and Ember do armor too. They do weapons and armor. I remember. Or would you want to go more like going in looking for people who might be selling things on a stall, magical items, or maybe try to go find a shop somewhere?
Yeah, so I'll see if I can do it via magical items first, I think.
Tell you what, go ahead. You can roll here. You can roll history, for instance, to remember where things are in the city. You can roll, I want to say maybe Arcana, in a way to sort of like test how much you remember where magical things are in the city, or survival in terms of like your orientation to things, or anything else you can make a good case for. Okay, yeah, you remember that just heading off of the market, there was a stall that you've seen a couple years in a row, and they seem to like they have a front part, but you also saw that they had a back part. And even though like it's what they're doing is okay, they don't like it's like security conscious, you know, like they don't want to put out magical things out for display because it'd just be too easy to smash and grab. So they tend to have those things like hidden away and don't really talk about them unless people come and are looking to buy. So if you want to head over in that direction, you can have a look around for that particular stall.
Yep, that sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. Now, what were the things? What were some of the things you were looking for? Like maybe like a ring or something.
Yeah, a ring of protection, an iron stone of protection, or just some sort of magical item that I can wear with armor. So braces of protection are out because what they've done with braces of protection really confuses me in 5e. +2 armor, so long as you're not wearing armor or using a shield.
Okay.
Good for monks and barbarians, I guess.
True. Or just someone to, enchant his coat, the red and black check coat, as if they were enchanting a cloak of protection.
Okay.
Basically someone that could put that enchantment on their coat just is another possible option.
Yep. Okay. All right then. Yes. Yeah, you head over, and a lot of the smaller alleys are kind of indistinguishable, and so you kind of wander up the wrong one the first time, but then you kind of get your bearings, and yeah, there's a little cart there, with several. Basically, there are like bracers and rings and pendants, necklaces, various items, and they're advertised as jewelry, but it also says, like if you're looking for something exclusive, please ask. And someone is, as you're approaching them, you see there's an elven woman who's running the shop. Seems to be as she's walking out, this human male customer. He's sort of shaking her hand and sort of makes eye contact with you before saying good day to her and kind of taking his leave. She turns to you and says, yes, hello. Are you in the market for something beautiful to wear?
Hello, my good woman. Yes, indeed I am. I am looking for something to help me protect myself. Something along the lines of a ring of protection or some such thing like as that. Or if I could find someone to maybe take this coat I'm wearing, if the enchantment could be put on that, that would be mighty fine.
Well, excellent. We have a selection of items in the back that are already prepared you might want to take a look at. If you want to just, she sort of like shows you kind of walk around the stall where there's like a little door, like a little gate, and she opens it up to let you in and brings you in the back behind the, like a dark curtain. It's just like a pretty ordinary looking area. It's not like decked out in velvet, but it is closed off from the street. And in there, she kind of has a series of boxes, and she kind of pulls out something from a box and brings out another chest, as it were, about the size of a bread box, and opens it up and says, yes, we have a series of rings here that will offer you protection. Now, this first row will offer you the equivalent of +1. The second row provides a slightly more protection at +2. And then our most expensive line, +3, is here at the top. Now, we have been known to take special orders for +4 and +5 rings. However, given the costs associated with their production, we don't tend to carry them around. But we can do custom orders and have them delivered wherever you would like.
Oh, yeah, yes, that's quite understandable.
Yeah, so now the first row that starts at 1,000 gold pieces. The next one moves up to 4, and the third row to 9,000. And those are special Brightswords days. We were, today people really like to finally make that investment in protection, and we brought our prices down quite a lot to kind of help bring more people that kind of protection. Now, if you don't have that money on you, we can always work out like a payment plan.
Yes, I certainly don't carry that much on me at one time. But yes, a payment plan might be very workable.
Yes, and are you here in Waterdeep?
Yes. I am Lord Thalvar Mordragain.
Oh, your lordship.
Yes, I am opening today, in fact. Here you have a flyer. I'm co-proprietor of the old haunt that's opening up not far from here, actually. Got our grand opening today.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we actually do a lot of consulting work for enhancing security, especially at, places, very exclusive places, if you want to kind of help your employees. So, yes, we're happy to work with you. Maybe there's more we can do in the future. Yes, should we just, what we can do is invoice it in either 4 or 5 payments over the next several months, and get it all settled by the time spring rolls around.
Yes, that sounds very good.
Well, excellent. I'll start on the paperwork. Why don't you have a look? She sort of like folds some pieces of like sort of inside the chest, kind of like closes off the +3 and the +2 line of rings. And you can kind of still sort of see them, but yeah. And so why don't you just go ahead and pick out the one that you think best suits you. And she's like, I'll be right back with that paperwork. And yeah, as you look down, the rings are in basically every kind of metal that, like would be wearable. So there's silver, there's gold, but there's also the different hues of it. So there's rose golds, there's yellow gold, there's white gold. There's brushed silver, there's very polished silver, bronze. So is there anything in particular that would suit Thelvar?
I think I would go for the rose gold.
Okay, yes. So you pick it up, and it seems to be a little big, but as you slide it on your finger, you notice that it suddenly sort of shrinks down until it fits snugly around your finger size.
Cool, that's good.
Yeah, you can still slide it off. It's not cutting off your circulation, but it comes with a self-fitting. I just invented that self-fitting magic.
Yes.
Yeah, she comes back with the paperwork, and you see that I don't have the name, but we're going to call it sure, why not? Fuzzy Bubbles Magic. And I'm gonna have to write that down now, and that is the name of the store, and their address is in the C Ward. And she also brings a business card with her. It says, yeah, so, if you decide that at some point, you wanted to provide your staff, we do provide, company discounts on bulk orders. And so, what did I call again? Fuzzy Wobbles?
Fuzzy Bubbles? Yeah.
Sure, why not?
It was something like that.
Okay, sure. Fuzzy Bubbles. The jewelry, the magical item shop. Yeah, and she asks you to kind of fill out your name and your address, and well, actually no, she already filled that out for you because you had it on the business card, and gives you a quill and an ink pot, and asks you to sign the agreement.
Yep. Thelvar does his elaborate signature as always.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I hope this is the beginning of a wonderful business relationship, Lord Thelvar.
As do I.
And she kind of like opens up the curtain, sort of parts the curtains so that you can leave, and then she, so you can head off if you want, wherever you'd like to go. And you have a +1 ring of protection. +1 to your AC.
Just for the record, exactly how much did that ring cost?
1,000, but you can do it in 4 payments, so $250 a month.
Or 5 payments.
It is
5 payments,
I mean,
so $200 a
we
month.
technically have the cash floating for that, but cuts into our reserves a bit.
It's a full ring of protection, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also not just +1 to HC, it's also +1 to all your saves.
Oh, nice. Well, that's not the one I'm looking
No
up.
wonder that thing was 1,000. Jesus.
Well, that was yeah. You get that then? Because I've just got Ring of Protection here, and they're just it had a price on it, which and that's why I was referring to it. But if that's what the Ring of Protection gets, then that's what you get.
Yeah, +1 AC, +1 saving throws.
Yeah, so you can just do a global modifier on that.
I pulled the item over, so...
Oh, okay, yeah, it'll do it for you.
Nice.
It's kind of ridiculous, but I mean that's why it's 1,000.
Yes. All right. So that is that line. Anyone else have anything else they want to get?
Well, Pei was going to go to the bookstore, but he also wanted to look for weapons and armor.
Yes. And the weapons and armor would also. Did you want to head over with Clue?
No, he faded into the crowd while they were having their fight.
Okay. All right. So you want to just go to another place to get your weapons and armor, or do you want to go by the place near the tavern?
Well, he doesn't know much Waterdeep, so he'd start near the tavern.
Okay. Yep. So nearby the tavern, there's a place. It's in a different book, which page and get to farther. Troll Skull Alley. All right. Yes. So the Steam and Steel is run by two Ganesi. One is Embrick, and the other is Avi. And yes, daylight hours, smoke and steam billow from the windows of this indoor forge where metal weapons, armor, and tools are made. Forge is owned and operated by a married couple, a fire Ganesi named Embrick and a water Ganesi named Avi. Yeah, and they're lovely. Well, Avi's lovely, and Ember is like cranky all the time. But anyway, that's why Avi's always in front, and you hear Ember shouting in the back when it's not Brightswords Day. Yes.
They're both friends with Hibara, so that should tell you a lot.
Yeah, so as you approach, you see a water Ganesi, and he says, hello, welcome. Time to celebrate the martial arts and the weapons that we use. Are you in the market for some weapons or armor today?
I was looking to upgrade my short sword, really.
Ah, upgrade in what way?
Well, either get a better blade or enchantments, I guess would be the term.
Ah, okay. Well, why don't you come inside? Well, we'll have a little talk. And it says something to the halfling. And I don't know if this is before or after Clue was here, but yeah. So you come in, and inside the shop there are all kinds of weapons. And Avi brings you over like a. Would you like some tea or coffee?
No, thank you. I'm quite fine for sustenance right now.
All right, very good. Well, let's get right down to business, shall we? Yes, we have a few short swords that seem to miss a little bit less than your average piece of craft work. A little bit of fairy dust and abracadabra sprinkled in. What was our base ones? Start we go up from things that are slightly magical to things that are quite powerfully magical. So just to get a sense of what you're looking at, I know our base is 150 gold for a short sword that would fit the requirements you described.
That might just be within my budget.
Oh.
Don't you have 400 gold?
He does, but he doesn't want to spend it all on one thing.
Not even a new long short sword?
Not even just short sword, because at least he wants to get arrows as well. And some armor, possibly.
Well, you want to mention that? Yeah. So
you might get a discount. Buy in bulk, dude.
Do you also do arrows?
Do we do what?
Arrows.
Arrows. Oh, yes. Avi kind of points over in the corner. And he says, we work with the Bent Nail down the road. He provides the shafts and also the feathers, but we provide the tips there. And there are several different lengths and styles and also arrow shapes depending on if you want to do piercing or more of a kind of like stabbing, or if you're looking to make it really solid for setting, a flame arrow to go start somebody's roof on fire. So quite the selection over there depending on what kind of arrow you're looking for. Please feel free to peruse.
Yes. Suppose I would go over and have a look. I'm assuming there's Broadhead and Bodkin Point.
Oh yes, of course, yes. Just over there, near just to the left of where your hand is right now.
So how much for the arrows?
I don't think.
Say I wanted to buy 50 of each.
Good question. This is. I really should just bookmark this page. Here we go. Arrows. Crossbow. I think they mostly come in a quiver, right? So
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 99 and 3.5.
Where's a freaking quiver? Stupid. I'm just gonna say, because it's not gonna tell me, you're gonna get the benefit. You can, like, 1 gold piece?
Okay.
It's a special discount, because the DM can't find the number. So stock up. Passing along the savings.
Oh yeah, you grab 100 of each at that price.
Well, if you want to stock up and put them in your room.
Actually.
My mistake
So
is your
100
benefit. Yeah.
100 boardhead and 100 vodka.
Right. You want me to take the barrels over? No, just...
Yeah, stick barrels up in his room and he can stick the ones he wants in his bag when he needs them.
There you go. The infinite number of arrows, sorry. Right. Yeah, he starts asking you questions like, oh, are you from Waterdeep?
No. I only recently arrived, got employment here with tavern nearby.
Oh, which tavern is that?
The
Yield
Haunt, I
Hunt.
believe. Yield
Yield
Haunt.
Haunt? Are you working with the company over there?
Yes.
The PN2C. Oh, well, why didn't you say so? Oh, we do business with them all the time. They have a really wonderful. Have you met Hibara?
Yes.
Oh, she keeps things interesting. I have to say, she's a little fire starter. That one.
Yes.
Literally.
Just a little.
Oh well, in that case, we'll take 20% off the price of that sword and knock that down to 120 for you.
You don't know how to name drop, Perry. It's terrible.
And he's not used to working with others.
Oh, but that's the bottom price on those arrows, though. We're just moving those out because we need to make room in the back. So anything else?
Up it's 200 arrows of each set of arrows. There.
That
There's
there's
space in my room.
There's only 100 of each. That's it. You're max. You cleared them out.
Okay.
All right. So yes. Was there anything else you in the market for?
Armor?
Armor, yes.
All right. Well, yes. Let's get you padded out. What were you thinking about?
Leather or studded leather?
Oh, yes, no problem. What would you like to try? Both?
Of course.
Well, he kind of like looks you over. Seems to be kind of taking your measurements and got the yep. So comes back with one is a brown and one is like a more like a dark to black. It's like, were you thinking these sort of colors or are you thinking lighter? I mean, it is winter, so.
Oh, black's always good.
All right, yes. So now it looks a little tight, so you should try them both on. But you know, leather fits quite snugly. But once you're in it, it's like a second skin. There's a changing room just over there.
Okay, so he takes the coats and goes to the changing room.
Yeah.
With a warm smile.
So
Slightly warmer than usual, given he just lost his beard to fire.
yes, it's colder on your face than normal.
I do like that Perry has a inner voice that sounds a whole lot like Mara, telling him what he's forgetting to do.
All right, Perry. Well, the leather armor feels like an 11 armor class plus your dex modifier. And the studded leather armor feels like a 12 plus your dex modifier.
Nice.
And it looks a little badass. So.
Oh yeah, he's going to take... He'll return and say, I'll take the lovely black studded leather armor.
Oh, right. All right, and friends and family for you. Kind of does the math. All right. Well, yeah, we'll just call that 35. Just knock 10 gold off. Yeah?
Okay.
So, yep, so that's 35 plus the 130. And then 20 for the arrows, right?
Yes.
Did you add that up? Because I didn't.
Sorry, what was that? 130, 35, and
I was just
20.
trying to remember. Yeah, I was just trying to remember them.
185.
Barry, do I take it off of company coffers or are you paying for that personally?
He's paying for that
Just-
personally.
Is that kind of
Yeah,
like from your stat? Oh no, you got the 400 that Habara just threw. It.
Yes.
So yeah, he is taking it from the company stash, actually.
I mean, I never added that 400 to the
No,
company stash.
Well, it never was
so-
in there. It was.
So it's not in my bookkeeping, so I don't care. As long as that stays up to date.
All right. Yeah. So tomorrow you guys are leaving for Neverwinter. You guys would remember. So is there anything before? Yeah, you leave. You want to get? Just make sure you
Actually, considering going outside of Waterdeep, we are gonna need to convert some of our dragons
Yeah.
to standard gold.
And there are places where they do currency exchange because a lot of people come from out of town to Brightswords. So
Mhm. How much do we want to swap over?
yeah. So the way that works is that there's not an exchange rate per se, but they just charge a fee for the cost. So it is a 5% fee. So if you did 100 dragons, it would turn to 100 gold, except you pay 105
Mhm.
dragons for the cost, the service.
Okay. How much do we want, guys? Because we're not gonna go shopping there, but we do want some petty cash. I want you to know currently we have 474 gold left. So
What time is it?
It is now just 10 o'clock my time. Or you mean during the day. Sorry, game time. It is getting kind of
during
like
the day.
late afternoon. Like there's probably going to be the start. If you guys don't want to go watch the Griffin thing, that's fine. But what we can do is just talk about what the crowd and what happens once you guys actually open your doors. So yeah, it's getting, let's call it like it's getting to be about 4:30, 5 o'clock now.
Mara's still actively hiding.
Okay.
She's just like, everything hurts.
Yeah. Gorko is like asking for ice cream. Okay, sorry, what was that for Perry?
So as Perry goes back to his so as Perry's going back, is he able to stop by the bookstore?
Yes. Yeah, so the bookstore, if you kind of talk to them about that, I can actually show you on the map. Rose Skull Alley. Come.
Hello?
Yep, still here.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
She
Oh,
muted.
sorry. Yeah, I muted myself accidentally. Sorry, what I was at least I didn't hang up on you.
Dramatic tension.
At least I didn't hang up on you. Right. So, here is Troll Skull Alley, and one of these houses belongs to the bookseller, and we can just yeah. So here is where the Avi and Embrick are, and I think the bookseller is like next to your house
This one?
somewhere. That's the guy who is sorry. Go to the GM one. Bring everybody up to. Yeah. So let's say it's T6 for right now. Yes, Page Turner. That's his name. Right. So yeah, it's just down the road from y'all, and yeah, he's a bronze dragonborn. He hasn't. He's got sort of like a pince-nez on his face, and there are many books sat outside, but they tend to be more like popular books, not the not like heavy reading and that sort of stuff. As you approach Perry, and as you do, you see. Darn it! I lost the page because it's a different book. Let me go back to the Bookworm and Treasury. Yes, so it's a short dragonborn of gold dragon ancestry who is working in the shop when you come in, when Perry comes in. And he looks up and says, happy Brightswords.
Happy Brightswords.
Yes. What can I do for you today?
A friend of mine has acquired a gelatinous cube as a pet. And I was wondering if you have any books to help us figure out how to keep it.
He kind of looks around the bookshop and notices most of the people kind of are outside. Also, people aren't really into books, unless they're books about fighting. And he looks around very startled and goes and kind of shuts the door. And he says, "All right, well, thank you for taking me into your confidence. Not entirely sure about keeping gelatinous cubes within city limits, so maybe let's just keep this a bit quiet. However, I can help you. I do have a monograph on the habits and life cycle of the gelatinous cube. Let me just go up into the biology section. If you want to stay here, I will be back in 2 ticks.
Okay.
He kind of disappears. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
As he goes off to get to the biology section to find the book, Perry would look around for a starter's guide to tailoring.
Oh, okay. So in the front of the book, it seems to be more like travel sections and lighter readings, the newspapers and things like that. So in terms of, you can kind of see that the ground section has some like themes on it, but you don't see anything listed, at least not on, as you're able to look as he's coming back down the stairs, on like skills or home economic skills or something. I'm not quite sure what category. I'm struggling. So he comes down and he's got a book in his hand. It's not very thick. It's just, maybe about the size of 2 thumbs together or whatever. And on the front there, someone has drawn like various types of gelatinous cubes. And he says, I managed to find it. We still have 3 copies. Don't get a lot of call for this, but glad we had one in stock for you. Anything else you need?
Do you have any beginner's guides to tailoring, perhaps?
Oh, I see. Yes. Let's see. That would probably be under the material arts. Yes. Let me go over there. There's tailoring, shoemaking, clothes making, hat making, boot making. Intro. Yes, and he pulls out, this is a much sort of thinner pamphlet, but it also seems to have like a lot more wood pressed carvings of like ways to stitch things, and it says, so you want to sew. Can't believe I just did that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what it says on the cover. So I think this one is perfect. It's very good because what I find is you can't really describe the actions. It's best to have images of what things should look like to know how to do it properly if you're self-taught.
Yes, exactly.
Anything else?
No, I think this would be it. How much is this?
Well, the gelatinous cube is 2 talons. Is that what the silver are? No, shards. 2 shards. And the tailoring book is 5. It's only 5 nibs. That one's much thinner and more like on cardboard paper.
So, could you repeat the first one?
Yes. It's basically 2 silver and 5 copper.
Perry would put 10 silver coins down for him.
Oh, well.
To your discretion.
Oh, always, sir. Thank you so much for confiding in me. And have a good day. Let me know how you get on. I'd actually be quite interested. If you want to repay me the kindness of trusting me and my discretion, I would love to know how things get on.
Yeah, I will try to do that.
Yeah, if you're ever in the neighborhood.
Of course.
Good
Thank
day.
you.
Good day.
And with that, Perry would return to the tavern.
Okay, well, yeah, so does anyone want to do any more final shopping before the next session?
I mean, currency exchange, but that's where it ends.
Yes. So can we don't have to role play that if you want to just swap out.
Yeah,
105
maybe.
dragons for 100 gold pieces that are spendable anywhere. So it's getting to be evening time, and someone on the staff has managed to do the magic, or maybe Jarvis found a way of basically doing permanent light spells on various fixtures around the tavern. The doors are now sort of shut, but they're going to be open to the public very soon. And there is a small crowd. Some of them are a little more inebriated than others. They are all reenacting the fight between Clue and Mara, and also the one between. Oh no, that was it. Like that was the fight, right? Yes, that was. There were 2 fights, weren't there?
Yeah, Crew also fought Silver, although that was
Oh yes,
more of a bit of fencing than an actual
yes,
fight.
yes. And so they're kind of like actually like some of the people there are acting out incident. Everyone is back at the tavern now, right?
Pretty sure.
Right, excellent. So when it gets to be like 6 o'clock and the crowds now are pretty heavy, Jarvis says, "All right, if you're ready, Remy, if you could start." And you guys are all kind of lined up. And Jarvis throws open the door. There's a bit of like a hurrah from the crowd. First people actually through the door is Renee Never Ember, who stopped by and comes over and says, "Oh, my friends, it's so good to see you. It's been so long, and I want to be here on the night of your success. I'm so pleased for you and your adventures, and also this crowd telling mad tales about you. This is what you got up to this afternoon. You'll have to buy me a pint and tell me the truth of what happened, because what they're describing is fantastic. It's so good to see you."
Well,
Okay.
it's good to see you too, buddy.
Like
Nice
he
to know
wants
you
to
haven't
fight
been
you,
kidnapped
right?
again.
Yes, I stopped hanging around with Flume. That seems to have solved the problem. Anyway. No, he's all right, chap, Flume. Someone else was going to say something?
Oh, Mara's like, I like how he wants us to buy him a pint to tell the story. Isn't it supposed to be the other way around?
I mean, we do own a bar.
Yeah, but we want to make a profit too.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be spending several dragons here tonight.
You say that now.
And look who I brought with
Never
me.
remember.
Look who I brought with me. And as he Jarvis sort of like is taking a coat and, "Oh, my friends! Oh, look at what you've done with the place. It's me, Volo. I'm so happy. This was my building. Look what you've done. This is amazing." He comes over and he like starts kissing each of you on the cheek.
Oh, man, it's very touchy.
Yeah, so people start coming in. The staff are, sort of circulating, taking drinks orders. Liff is behind the bar, just looking so happy. Like, Liff is almost like floating, even though he's always floating. He just looks extremely happy and contented to see people once again in his tavern. Yeah, and Jarvis is doing their thing. People are filling in. And as you guys are sort of meeting and greeting, you also hear, "Oi, there's the lassie. You remember when they were going to try to put dead things on our carts?" And you guys look over, and it's the dung haulers. It's the dung sweepers that you guys had talked to. And I told them, it's a dung heap. It's not a crematorium. It's not a morgue. And they all fall about laughing.
Greatest hits. Greatest hits.
What was the name of the one we ended up making smell like death?
Oh, Noob.
That's the newbie.
Noob. Oh, Noob. Oh, no. His name is Steve.
Is he there? Or
Yeah,
did he
but-
really quit? I don't remember.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Stevie's still here. We got a new noob now. And there's a sort of like elven lady. It's like just sort of smiling at you. Like, "All right, come on, let's get our drinks in. Get out of our way." And they go barreling past you. It's like, "Good to see you." And then go right over to the bar. Yeah, someone walks up to you, Thelvar, and shakes your hand and says, "Oh, I just want to thank, I don't know if you remember me, but a couple weeks ago, you came in and you told me about your bar. I was like working reception, and I told you my mom loved ghosts. Well, she's just like," he points over in the corner, and there's just this like older lady who's just staring at Liff, just like from a distance, sort of fangirling him. She's like, "Oh, she loves the place. We've been waiting for this place to open. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, there's a lot of drama that happens around this place. You guys have kind of getting a bit notorious around here, but I have to say, the way this looks and the ghost theme and it's chef's kiss."
Ah, thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Glad to see you here. And yeah, I've just realised that for the past 10 minutes I've been chatting away with my mic on mute.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
See,
no.
Chat, boys,
I
Ashton
wasn't the
chat.
only. Yes, I wasn't the only one tonight who did it. Oh, it's going around. Something's going around.
But yeah, I can see how this is going. You've been making note of every single person that Thelvar said, come to the grand opening, and they're all going to show up tonight.
Well, I mean, this is your reward for doing all the promotion. Like, you get to see the payout.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah, and yeah, so the night goes on. It's a success. You definitely have attracted it must be some sort of like clique or movement in Waterdeep. It seems to be like people in their late teens, early 20s who really like to wear black and seem very disaffected, very French philosopher mode kind of going on, just talking about how things are quite derivative and nothing is original anymore. But they also seem to like really like being in your place. So yeah, if you guys want to like give any speeches welcoming people, or if you just want to let the bard play, or if you want to circulate and talk to anybody. Otherwise you can if you're drinking, you can do some con saves. See how drunk you
Did
get.
the bread people show up?
Oh, Ethel and Ethan. They came very late because they were at the fields. But yes, they did show up, and they actually brought some bread with them.
Oh, my friends.
Yes,
Oh, you know how to get to my heart.
any word on Dabby?
Dabby's settling in nicely with her new friend.
Oh, good. Mara, you've got the gloves now, don't you?
I do, but remember I damaged them so that I could
Oh,
handle
you're gonna
the slime.
Yes,
They need to be repaired.
yeah.
I need to get those repaired
Okay, yes. Oh,
at some point.
if you
But
want,
I'm kind of afraid. I'm kind of afraid to get them repaired because I don't want I don't want them to get. I don't want to get yelled at.
from Avi and Emre.
Yeah.
They know your adventures. Okay, anyway, you can do what you want, but all right. Okay, so yeah. Also Sergeant Eustace shows up for a bit. He also stops by and sits at the bar and kind of gives you a bit of a hard time, like, oh, these people, I'm not gonna do the accent because I can't do Cockney right now, but you kind of hear him saying, like, for every problem they solve, they create another one. And these adventurers, like, they think they're superheroes and they can just go in. The law doesn't apply to them. But on the other hand, they can kind of get the job done that you can't do because of the law. And he's getting a little bit in his cups, but he's having a good time. Yes, and then oh yes, Zardos Zord. You see him. He doesn't really say anything to anybody, but he kind of like moves through the crowd, and makes eye contact with you. He seems to be like with 3 other women at the time, and they all kind of like they stay for one, and then he waves and just kind of leaves with them. And then also, who was I thinking of? Oh, yes. Toward the end of the night, as people are, it's just getting late now and people are pretty drunk.
How late is it?
It's getting close to midnight now.
Okay, cause I was waiting for it to turn around 9 or 10.
Oh, okay, yep, all right. So it
That's when
turns.
Habara would leave.
Okay, she's just gonna exit, go upstairs.
Yep. No, leave.
Okay. Oh, leave that. Oh, she's gonna go do her necromancer thing again.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, kind of, but slightly different tonight.
Okay. All right. So what I was thinking was kind of like after this we'd wrap it up. So do you want to start with Hibara and what she does after this at the start of the next session?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. So we will put a pin in that. Yeah, and it's basically Omen Drawn from the Solutions Guild who stopped by and he said, "Oh, good. Doesn't look like trial damage business at all. In fact, you guys might have been able to kind of play off this whole dark goth thing. I think it's quite in right now. Anyway, yeah, I'm just here to say that now that we helped pull some strings, get you out of some heat, definitely gonna need you to get out of town as soon as possible and get my stuff. Things are definitely picking up, and so yeah, appreciate it. See you when you're back. Bring me my stuff.
Yes, of course. We're heading off first thing. Well, not quite first thing, but early tomorrow morning. Don't you worry. We will get your cargo lickety split.
All right. So, what are you planning on? Like 6 days overland?
We're going by sea, actually.
Oh, even better.
It's better. Yes, better than traveling up the Sword Coast by road. Too many bandits.
Good business decision. I appreciate that. Kind of looks over at you, Clue, like you were gonna say something.
I mean, Clue is like actively doing shots at this point because it's fucking breakfast.
Yeah. Swordfish, no. Blowhorn, no. What was it?
Go swordfish. It's swordfish, yeah.
Swordfish. It was swordfish, yeah. Sorry. All right. Well, yeah. Let Jarvis know as soon as you get back into town. And do you guys have some place really secure where you can hold things if you need to for a day or two?
I'm sure we could come up with somewhere. Could store it at my house, or we've got some friends just outside of town that probably wouldn't mind us using their barn for a while, or we could possibly leave it with some dragons for a little spell. Oh, we've got plenty of options.
I like options. Excellent. All right, well, don't get caught with it, and good luck.
Thank you, and I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah, he heads off, and after Omen Drawn leaves, that's kind of it for the night. People had there was a lot of money flowing. You'll have to kind of wait for all of the estimates and everything else. But yeah, he felt like it was busy the whole time. People were laughing and joking. When the bard took a break, people would sometimes would break out into song or your jingle. Or they would just kind of break out into fighting songs that are sung on Brightswords Day. Clue joined in a couple of them because they were about the swordfish. And yeah, right around 12 o'clock, the watch starts kind of coming around and urging establishments just to, you need to stop. People need to be sober in 8 hours, so please stop serving them alcohol. It's only one day. That's it. Go home now. Yes, and so people go out, dragging out their friends or arm in arm, having a good time. No fights. Yeah.
Before the watch drags people out. Oh, this is a travesty. Mara's so mad. She's sober, stone cold sober, but she's just that's a travesty. Even in frickin' I don't even know how to say it. Ugh! You can serve alcohol until 2 a.m. What is this, at noon? Come on now.
And he just looks confused and go back home and sober up.
Sober, you dim?
Yeah, that's what they all say.
I'm gonna throw a rock at your head, and you lift, rock me.
Yeah, the tavern empties out. The Bobs are long gone. They are at the early shift, so they drank themselves silly by 7 and are asleep upstairs. Yeah, Lift just
went with them.
Who?
Gorka went with them.
Yeah, he watched them get drunk, and he got a little bit tipsy, but mostly he had fun watching them get drunk. So he, because he actually he comes over and he's like, I heard Silent Bob hiccup.
Oh. That's precious.
Yeah, so Madame Cookery also wished you well. She left right around say 10 o'clock when she stopped overseeing the kitchen. And yeah, you get to meet each member of the staff now and kind of get to know them a little bit. But they're mostly kind of doing their work, and Jarvis is orchestrating it as all, being super competent. What would you do without them? Yes, and at the end of the night, there seems to be a lot of coins in your cash registers. Find out exactly how much next time, but yeah, anything. Sorry, this is kind of like the end of it. Like I needed to close this off before we went to Neverwinter. So, anything anyone want to do?
Well, Perry would find Mara before the night is out and say he's got something for her.
Presents?
And he'd pull out the manuscript about on the habits of the gelatinous cube and gives it to her.
And she's like, and she slowly creeps up the stairs like a crazy person.
Oh, I'm gonna
She
need.
came down like a crazy person. She's going up the stairs like a crazy person.
Oh, I need it, and I need a con save from Clue.
No problem.
Ooh,
15.
hanging around Jolly is being a bad influence. You're not nearly as drunk as you used to be when you drank this much. Okay, and anyone else have anything else before we wrap up?
I don't think so.
Okay, well then I guess you guys would probably like head to bed. And if you wanted to pack in the morning or pack now, because tomorrow morning, well, we have Hibara's thing. Just found out what happened with Hibara. But you guys will be getting on a ship and heading off to Neverwinter.
Yay!
Then we have to deal with whatever his butt is.
Oh, also have a think about how many of the magical items you're bringing and who is staying behind in the tavern and who is coming with you. Oh, I have to do one more thing, sorry. Everyone give me a perception roll.
I mean, 21 passive perception. Do I need to roll?
In this case, it was when you were in the fair. If you noticed something, it wasn't passive. Like
Okay.
you have to be
Okay.
No, I noticed nothing.
okay.
I noticed nada.
Oh yeah. All right. Hibara and Thelvar and Clue. While you guys were walking around, each of you noticed that there are wanted posters now for your nimble right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, in Sib 2, you notice that the thing that looks like that lives in your house looks a lot like the thing that's on these like things that they've got. There's not a lot of them, but there are a couple of them about.
The one that Hibara noticed, because she'd been following Clue the whole day, I'd imagine that when she saw it, she'd walk over to it, pull it down.
Yeah, that's fine. No one's gonna notice right now.
And then it burns in her hand. She just lets the ashes fall.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I did mean to mention that too, because it is
Yeah.
still wanted. Yeah.
Yeah, Thelvar will rip down any that he sees, just crumple them up and
All right.
get rid of them.
The North Ward has a fewer posters, like Assassin's Creed. If you collect enough
Lord
one.
help.
All right. So I think we'll leave it there. So this was my first attempt at like what do you call that? The activities you do when you're not doing a game. Downtime activities. So I hope you guys enjoyed Brightswords.
Yep.
I enjoyed watching the fight. That was good. Having you guys narrate it was awesome.
That was a whole lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, then till next week when we head off to Neverwinter, it's goodbye from me and goodbye from the party. Say goodbye, party.
Goodbye,
Bye,
party.
party.
They all did the bit. Did you, Perry?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He did too.